Hey, hey, Musty Hobbit here, and we are back from vacation. The berry trip is over. I assume we're going to talk a lot about it tonight. I am going to get the call out to people pretty soon here, and we'll see what we have to talk about. And there's going to be a lot of, as I said, berry talk. There will be pickups, which hopefully doesn't take up too much of the time, but there's a lot to be said, and I'm pretty excited to share. So hopefully this is this will be a good night. I know we're postponing this a day, which was very much needed. I'm still in recovery mode, hence the name of the hangout tonight. But in short, I had an absolute blast. So I hope that any of you who were there who want to hop on, the link is at my Twitter. Go take a look. And any of you who want to talk in the chat, we have that open. This should be a lot of fun. And I miss a lot of you guys. I miss all of you guys. Everyone who was there. This was a weekend that I will not forget anytime soon. Hello, Fitnat.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
You missed out on a great weekend. I'm just
I'm
gonna try not to make you feel bad about
it.
It's
gonna be an interesting hangout for me.
No, but
it's fine.
Yeah, you were missed.
Yeah, sucks I couldn't go, but it happens.
Yeah, there will always be another event. And you know, we can only hope that we can top these, because like the bar is set on this type of thing. But yeah. Oh, how was your weekend though?
It was okay.
Yeah.
Didn't do a whole heck of a lot. A lot of reading comics. That's kind of more the mode I've been in than gaming recently, as my pickups will reflect.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to that.
To get that out of the way.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I wanted to say something to you about that because we still care about your pickups. I know that I may not have much to contribute. There's some that probably understand the comic book scene a little more, or maybe you're a little more on par with you. But I don't want you to ever feel like we don't care, because
I know. I know that it's not that nobody cares. It's just that this is mostly gaming stuff, and people want to see gaming stuff. So I'll just kind of, unless a specific topic gets brought up with the comics I'm showing, I'm just gonna go right past it. I just don't want to take up too much time if there's no discussion to be.
That's fair. I have some ideas for pickups going forward that might. We're not going to do it this weekend, but I'll talk about that next week. I have some ideas on how we can. I feel like sometimes we don't talk enough. There's not enough discussion on the pickups. It's more of just like
showing stuff.
Here are things. So I have some ideas. We'll talk about it. Obviously, being in a car for a long time opens up the potential for discussion about what the hangout is and all of that. Yeah.
Do something to pass the time on the long car rides.
Hey, it was a long couple car rides, but it was great. I will say the drive after we got back to Chicago, that drive was it was a little scary a few times, just because I was exhausted. It was not. It probably wasn't the best idea to just go straight for it, but I needed to get home. I've when tail lights I had, you know, like the trucks in front of me, like the lights were dancing between it.
Yeah.
Like you could see, it was like I know I was in. It was not a good thing, not a good thing at all.
Yeah.
But I made it. That's what was important.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Duke.
Hey, what's up?
Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
This should be a good
Been
one.
busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I won't be on here long.
Oh, you're fine.
I won't be on.
There's
I
lots
gotta get up early for work, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, in that case, just since I see the comics behind you, I'm not going to show the comics I was referring to, but there's a Humble Bundle you might be interested in.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
There's a Transformers versus G.I. Joe Humble Bundle that just launched. It's the modern comics, but it's the best deal I have ever seen. It's got like those IDW collections that are like the big hardcovers, but digital versions of them.
Well, I got the, I did get the #1 Transformers versus G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
When it came out. I didn't like it. I thought it was terrible. So I just stopped.
The one with the retro art?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's not in there. I thought that was pretty amusing, but they only released the 0 issue in that. But actually, since if you've read a bunch of the original Transformers comic,
oh yeah,
they actually, yeah, this will interest you then, because even if nothing else, there's also Transformers Regeneration 1, the entire series in there, which is a continuation of the original comic book 25 years later, which is how many years had passed since the comic ended. And it goes back to that story in a really cool way.
That's cool. I'll check that out.
If nothing else, get it for that. It's like $25 for, and they're not lying when they say like over $700 worth of comics. I believe it in that bundle. It's insane.
Wow. That's cool. Thanks for letting me know.
Mm-hmm. It's an awesome deal.
Yeah, I still have all my original Transformers comics when I was younger.
Yeah, the only thing missing out of that bundle is they don't have the classic collections. I only have the first 2. I really want the rest of them.
See, I've got #1, I think, hanging up. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it, but yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, and that's what motivated that.
Yeah, and I've got 1 through, I'm not sure what, probably like 20 or something like that from back in the day.
There were a few more than that, but that's still a pretty cool collection.
Yeah. So you were at Barry, right? Canadian Retro?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like Christmas or something to me, man.
Yeah, you guys are probably still on cloud 9 from that experience, I guess.
It was great, man. Like, you could go to a bunch of conventions and meet famous YouTubers, but I'd rather meet these guys any day of the week over those guys for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And none of my friends do panels, so that's nice.
I was loving just looking at all the pictures and stuff. It was great just to kind of live through you guys for a couple days.
Yeah, I would kind of wish people could have stayed longer, and go on
I do too. I mean, if we were talking about it in the car, like if we could have had just one day post to just be social, like beyond what we already were. Yeah, that would have been nice. I think we also just were so sleep deprived out of a desire to not waste time sleeping. We just wanted to be around everybody.
What a crowd, man. You guys had a great crowd there. I hope as many people or more show up to the Cartridge Con next summer, because we're going to go to that.
I hope so too. I think you'll get. I wonder if you'll get kind of the opposite kind of draw, right? You'll get some of the Canadian folks who want to make the trek down, but then you'll get a lot of those a lot of people in the States, especially the Midwest.
Yeah, for me, it's only an 11-hour drive from Maryland, so we're going to drive.
Yeah, that's just
where's Cartridge Con?
Chicago.
So Diego and Polykill were talking about, or maybe it's Diego and Travis specifically, we're talking about doing this in late July next year, and like renting out a convention room at a hotel. I think, I don't know the specifics yet. They're in early stages of planning, I think, but giving us a weekend, and we can. As far as what the con part of it is, I'm gonna let them speak to that part, but
yeah.
Yeah, because I guess Barry would be for me. It would be a plane, a plane trip. I guess. I mean, Nova Scotia. For me, I guess that'd be a pretty long car drive.
We're not Nova Scotia. Barry's in a completely different. We were 20 hours away.
Oh my gosh! Okay, I don't know my Canadian geography. Sorry.
We were just north of Toronto.
Yeah,
so it's on the East Coast, right, Barry?
No, it's like more central-ish.
Oh, okay.
I guess we call it central, but it's more
Okay.
considered Eastern, but it's still central.
Yeah, it's still Eastern time, but it's like, it's just north of Niagara, basically.
Okay.
A little bit north of Niagara, to simplify things.
Gotcha.
Or we could use geography, and it's it's right in the middle of the country somewhere.
Well, it's just it's the center of the universe, so just go based on that.
Center of the universe.
For a couple days, it was the center of the universe. That's for sure, man.
So, Sean, you made it back okay? Obviously.
I'll be right back. I gotta grab some goo gone.
Who was it that said if you want to watch Troy clean, it was Dollar Dorks? That's what Derek said. Talking about Trav was a collector and Troy cleans games.
How was the drive back for you?
It was long.
You sound tired.
Yeah, I am. It was long. It was worth it though.
How long of a drive for you was it? 20 hours, you said?
Approximately. I mean, with stops for gas, and we stayed overnight. We did it in 2 nights.
Yeah, the longest drive I ever did without staying overnight was to Florida from me. So that was about 16 hours, and with car full of kids and packed to the roof of luggage. We went to Disney World, and it took us 16 hours, and we drove all the way through. We stopped for bathroom breaks and eating and stuff, but that was tough. But it was worth it. But 20 hours, man, that's quite the drive.
Yeah, I don't know how far Chicago is.
Add 9 hours. Add 9 hours to your trip to Toronto.
No, it wouldn't work that way because we could get into the States from New Brunswick, which is closer to us.
Oh, gotcha.
Like we wouldn't have to go to Toronto and then down. I could go in through. I mean, I can just Google it. Just 1 sec.
When it does that, hey, Roger.
Chances are.
Hello,
marvelous Mighty Q Dog.
the marvelous.
Hey, Eric.
Hey guys.
Quickly.
You guys recovered yet?
No,
No.
I have a headache today. I can't.
Yeah, I
shake
was
it.
right. I nasty headache yesterday.
It's Toronto to Chicago is 8 hours and 25 minutes for me.
Yeah.
It's 25 hours from Halifax, so it only adds 5 hours to my trip.
Hey, and you gain an hour back you gain 2 hours back from the time difference.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
lose
think of the
those.
day?
I lose those on the way home, though.
True.
But I can get looks like I can get a flight for $373.
That's not too bad.
And that's round trip.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, that's.
Oh, yeah.
That's even cheaper than flying to fucking Toronto. That can't be round trip.
That's cheaper than gas.
No, trust me. Flying with inside of Canada is sometimes way more expensive than actually flying outside of it, which is absurd. But
I can fly to Ireland cheaper than I can fly to Newfoundland, and we have to stop in Newfoundland to get to Ireland.
There you go.
It's a 12-hour drive for me to Chicago, Illinois.
Hour and a half for me. I win.
Yeah, I think you do. Be 3.5 to 4 for me. So no doubt I will be there.
Musty, how'd your drive back go on Monday? Did your wife?
The last 3 hours?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done it. I was fine.
I'm sorry we were so late.
No, it don't. It's not anything like that. I already had it in my head that I was going to do it, and the thing that I didn't do was rest in the car during that initial drive.
Yeah.
Because the biggest thing is the western section of Illinois and the eastern section of Iowa at night. There's no stimulus at all. Like I don't get cornfields, right? Like like that can actually kind of help. All I get is taillights, and then the taillights start dancing between each other. Like I could see like lines going back and forth. I was just mentally spent, right? At one point I pulled off on an exit that had nothing, but I just stopped and got out of the car and just got the blood flowing, and that kind of reset me. And I stopped again at the truck stop on I-80, the world's largest truck stop. At least that's what they tell us. And then made it the rest of the way from there. So, but yeah, if I had tried to do that straight without taking a break, that would have been bad. But, yeah. I think I was listening to Bonus Barrel, and I had the window down, just letting the wind kind of blow through the car. Like,
yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, not smart. If I had to do it again, I would do that differently. But
so you have to go for like energy drink.
I had 2 Mountain Dews and a Gatorade, and I thought that was gonna keep me amped enough, but
the dark lights, the lonely road. It's like that scene in The Simpsons where Homer Simpson is driving. And he's exhausted from work. And all of a sudden the car's turning to beds. He just floats in there, and turns out he's got a whole bunch of like a fence on his back on the back of his car.
Yeah. Don't you listen to Weekly? You should have gotten an amp.
Yeah,
it's funny because he just said it didn't keep him amped enough.
Yeah, like, that's what made me think of it.
Yep. So in the chat, Fraser says he would want to rent a bus, and then he can have the Canadian CC party bus.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, that's not a bad idea if there was a big crew of them coming down from Toronto.
You get one of those short buses, right?
Yeah, we'd have to. No, short bus is right.
Yeah, you know how expensive it is to make like banners that hang off the side of one of those things, and like
we'll expense it to the Patreon. Don't worry about it.
We have to pimp it out so that it's like, you know.
Yeah, that's not how Patreon works.
That's how GoFundMe works.
Yeah. No, I somebody asked me at work today, you know, how it was, and I said
they're all assholes.
I said leave me alone. I don't want to be here. And no, I effectively said if they scheduled another one for this weekend, I would go.
Nice.
Yeah. Don't know how fiscally responsible that would be, but
well, you didn't work yesterday, did you?
I did not work yesterday, and that was a good idea. Yeah. It was a really good idea because I didn't get to bed until almost 1.
I was exhausted. I was exhausted yesterday at work. It was like 5 cups of coffee yesterday for me to get through the day, and I don't know. Like I said, for Portland, I already have the time, and I put in to take off for Portland, and I'm giving myself that extra day, just because I have more vacation time now, and no one in October has anything scheduled, so I get first dibs right now.
Awesome. Yeah, I have the time off Wednesday through Wednesday.
How many people from the club are going to Portland? that we know of?
A few.
I'm going. Melissa.
Dean, I think.
Dean.
Dean is going to be there.
There's rumor. I think there's rumors of others, but there was a lot of talk this weekend. So
yeah, we should call everyone out who said they were thinking about going.
I don't want to put pressure on people.
No, because then we said it's in stone. We said on the show here.
That's right.
They promised.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I think anybody watching Twitter probably picked up on some of that yesterday.
Well,
let's hope
it's going to be hard to live up to.
To do with the show, people were saying only 4 hours or 5 hours or whatever for the show. Did you find that was sufficient? Like you're like, oh, everything else is like 3 days or 2 days or.
I think
I
it's a
didn't
different
need
kind of...
any more time in an arena. Like the time of the game exchange itself, was good.
Yeah.
Well, because no panels or anything, so
yeah, I mean, for a straight vendor event, I think that condensed time makes sense because then you don't have, for the vendors, they want to make their sale, right? They are more inclined to make good deals or set their prices appropriately. Whereas it's like your 2 to 3 day event, you've got vendors who aren't budging
for the first 2 days.
For the first 2 days, right?
Yeah.
So then you go in there and you have to kind of hope that the thing that you want sticks around, if that's how you're going to go about doing it.
Yeah.
No, I thought the only thing I wish I had done, because I kept saying I wish I had gotten more pictures because I didn't start taking pictures until almost the end of that show.
Oh, when I made my video there for YouTube, I just stole everybody else's pictures from Twitter.
It was.
I don't think I took a picture the whole time.
Well, that's why I stopped taking pictures because I started seeing people's other pictures that they took. And I was like, I'm just gonna copy it and put in like a little, photo book or something.
Well, anybody who has pictures, make sure you get them to Dean so we can get them on the webpage.
Gotcha.
Is my request, not demand, asking nicely.
You heard from the marvelous one.
Bend the knee. Yeah.
Hashtag
right.
bend the knee.
Is there like a specific order you want us to send them to Dean? Should we coordinate that or?
Yes, of course. First sort them by date and time, then by GPS position, then by number of people.
And we have to make a spreadsheet, right?
That sounded way too exact to be off the cuff. He was thinking about this.
Well, I don't want to use the word jealous, but I was happy for you guys.
Well, it was just incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
That's great. That was great seeing all the pictures.
I was like pretty much overwhelmed meeting everybody, that's for sure. Just like blew my mind. Like I said in my video, I couldn't imagine like I'd ever meet some of you guys like in person. I just thought it was an impossibility in this world that I likely would meet any of you.
We live in the same country. I didn't think I'd ever meet you.
I know. So that's insane.
Well, I know the club is all about fairness and diversity. So I'm expecting just as many to show up at MagFest.
Oh yeah. We talked about that, and we're not going to support MagFest.
Gee, thanks. It's the only one I go to.
It's on you, Duke. You gotta lead the charge.
That's like me expecting more than 1 or 2 people to show up at the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo.
Yeah, well, Sage will be there.
Yeah, now that Melissa and I have passports, we might make that drive sometime.
Yeah. Hey, that one's a full day.
Yeah.
How far is the East Coast from you, Eric? Yes, you're in
The East Coast? Well, we're in Portland, so
Right.
it's pretty much as far as it can be.
Yeah,
Still be.
okay.
No, I mean, really, we wouldn't drive it. It would be several days.
Yeah. Sure,
We could fly it probably. It's a 4-hour flight to Chicago. Figure another hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe east.
Yeah.
6 hours. MagFest is, well, we'd like to hit them all, but I don't know. One thing we're considering, because we have people we know people who have a place in Phoenix. So one thing we're considering is maybe trying to hit Game On. Mm-hmm. This year it coincided the same weekend as Barrie, which is unfortunate. But Vancouver would be a drive, just a simple drive for us. Yeah. Game On, we maybe could fly to and have a place there. MagFest is one of the tougher ones to get to, honestly.
Yeah.
Portland's only a 39-hour drive for me.
Only.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah, that requires a plane, pretty sure. Or one major road trip mentality.
I did get to go to
moving across the country for that to be worth it.
Yeah.
I did get to go to too many games for the first time this year. That was pretty fun. Because that was, in Pennsylvania, so it was only a couple-hour drive for me.
That's in Pennsylvania, too many games?
Yes.
Which city?
Philadelphia.
Oh, it's in Philly. Okay, so that's the east side of Pennsylvania, yes?
Yeah. It was only about, 2.5-hour drive for me.
Okay. And where's MagFest?
That's only an hour from me. That's in Maryland.
Okay.
It's near D.C. It's on the...
Oh, it's near D.C.? Okay.
Yeah, it's, what's it called? It's actually on the border. It's in Maryland, but it's like right on the border of Virginia and D.C.
D.C. and Maryland?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
those are tougher.
Retro World Expo probably is within reasonable distance for you, Duke.
Oh, yeah?
That's in Connecticut.
Connecticut? Okay. Yeah.
I'd probably take a train up there or something, right?
Probably, yeah.
I always want to do a train ride for something. I last year for Portland, I talked about doing a train, but that was not going to be cost effective.
Never been on a train before myself. I've not very well traveled for my age. Actually, I've only been on a plane like twice in my life. And I didn't like either time. I'm not a very big plane guy, so I've only been up and down the East Coast a little bit in my own country. I've not been many places at all. So traveling is something I won't see until my kids are probably out of the house. Too expensive to travel with children, far distances anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, the more bodies you have, the cheaper it is when you factor in driving.
Yeah. My kids have never been on a plane before. Last time I was on a plane was my honeymoon, I believe. Yeah.
Was that pre-9/11?
Yes, 1999 I got married.
It's gotten much worse.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Yeah.
But at least you don't have to worry that the computers are going to stop working because of Y2K.
Yeah.
They I don't want to bore everyone, but they searched every single one of our bags that had video games in it.
Oh wow!
This time coming in, they didn't like a single one of them. They did the little swipey for the explosive residue.
Oh, I thought you were saying they didn't like any of the games you had.
Well, no, they didn't pass judgment on those.
Like all of a sudden they become little mini reviewers or something?
Every bag was subject to an additional search.
Yeah, I already said it. Chickens, I forgot to do them.
I am missing a USB cable.
Well, I just cleaned everything that I could from my pickups.
All right, we'll see you next week.
It didn't take very long. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Now what?
Finish building with those games.
Guess all that's left is to drink.
Yeah.
You use different alcohol for that, right?
You want to get
Sometimes.
it done quickly, I guess.
Yeah, multi-purpose cleaner.
One for you, one for me. Burn your stomach out.
Anyway, this is just a random side note, but I was watching Musty's video earlier, and I was checking my email, and I used MyFitnessPal for like a week, but I still get the emails of like the different blogs and crap they do, and no shit, this is the one that showed up as I was watching Musty's video. I'm not kidding.
That's funny.
Ooh, I smell a topic for next week.
What?
That
Fitness
headline.
apps that you don't use anymore?
No. Secret weapon to weight loss is watching Second Breakfast.
But yeah, that was funny.
This is probably the most singularly packed game of all time. Full of
What do you mean?
stuff.
Oh
Well,
yeah. Okay.
Like,
All the
yeah.
stuff in it.
There's just I wanted to show it to you just so you know when you get it.
Mm-hmm.
But inside the manual is a loose game sitting there,
Okay.
so it's nice and snug. And then there's like a card in there, Animal Crossing card, and there's also those other 2 discs in there. So this is pretty much like this thing doesn't even really need packing material. It is packed in and of itself. Nothing moves at all.
Yeah, so
I
the
realized that I totally forgot to give you the manual.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that, but don't worry about it. I'm sure that would be really cheap to ship.
What's what a manual for?
I had the
3D Dot Game
3D
Heroes.
Dot Game Heroes manual for him.
Yeah, I didn't bring it up. Don't worry about it.
No,
But,
it escaped me. I had it with me. I just totally forgot to.
I'm sure we could work out a thing with multiple.
I'll cover it. Don't worry about it.
I guess you just both
That's
have to
fine.
go to Portland.
Or go to Portland. There you go.
You taking a shower? Okay, let me know when you're done. I'll come in.
It's closer to Barry. Closer than Barry for me. I just need a passport.
What?
Anyway, yeah, you can just we'll message each other after this, Troy, at some point.
Yeah,
Okay.
just send me a PM on Twitter or whatever
Yeah.
your address.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you can send me how much you want for the stuff.
No, I don't know. I'll probably just send it to you. I'm not too worried about it.
No, I'm totally fine paying for the stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Anyway.
for those of you who were there, we've already kind of been talking about it. But what did you guys think of the? Did you like the venue? No.
Who do you want to start with?
Who wants?
No, the venue was great.
Yeah. I went to the Barry Game Exchange and it was okay.
I'm gonna submit. I'm hoping to submit that as artwork for the store P1.
Do it. Yeah, that's fucking fantastic.
I want to talk to maybe Hodge and make sure it's okay, but I definitely would get a shirt like that.
Oh, the one that Ryan was wearing?
Oh no, that's something.
No,
else.
there's I made a joke
Oh.
that killed the conversation about going to college and it being okay. And then I tweeted about going to the Barry Game Exchange and it being okay. And it's supposed to be a joke about how understated the statement is. So Derek made up a shirt, and I'm hoping maybe we can put it on the Cartridge Club store.
There's a store.
Soon.
Coming soon.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
Yeah, drop.
It's all right. I was
It's
gonna
all right.
talk. I was gonna talk about it in Weekly this week anyway. So
Shadow drop.
All right. I guess I'll be signing off now. It was nice knowing all of you. I'm
Eric,
sorry, P1. I didn't realize it was a big secret thing.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's all right. You're good. Just can you grab my Sunday on your way out?
Your Sunday from yeah. Sorry, but I
Dave and
feel
Buster's.
I feel so
right.
bad about your Dave and Buster's experience.
Why? You're not the lazy waiter who didn't bring my food.
Yes. Well, I feel bad because we were all psyched about it, and that will weigh some of that experience for you, and I'm sorry.
It doesn't affect my decision to no longer ever go to a Dave & Buster's again. It has no bearing on the fact that I had arguably the best time I've ever had in my life this weekend with a bunch of complete strangers.
This would have been better with ice cream. That's all.
It just would have been better with ice cream. That doesn't. I don't even. I joke about it because it doesn't. I don't even think about it. I've had poor experiences at restaurants before, so I'm not. It doesn't bother me, and it didn't affect my weekend at all.
Do Dave & Buster's have any real arcade games, or just like the skeet ball kind of stuff?
Oh, they had a ton of stuff.
There's a ton, yeah.
Yeah, I should have took some footage in there, but
well, you guys finished. You guys finished House of the Dead 4.
4, yeah. Well, basically, I picked up where you and I left off because Julian was playing it, and I saw him playing it, so I walked over and I just swiped in and started playing it, and we finished it from there.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was massive. There was a lot of games, and there's
Dave & Buster's. There's one by me. I've never been in there. I didn't know that it had. I just assumed it was like the cheesy arcades with like the skeet ball and the ticket machines.
They did have that as well, but
yeah, there were redemption games and ticket games and stuff like that. But
it was a good time. It was fun to see everybody there beforehand as well. We had a couple of good groups.
Let's just say they also messed up our unlimited play on the games too at the Dave & Buster's.
Did they?
Yeah, we were supposed to have unlimited games till 2 a.m. As long as it wasn't a ticket game, a game that generates tickets.
I thought it was unlimited video games.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's what the girl told me, unlimited video games.
Yeah. But that's all they were playing. They weren't playing any of those ticketed games.
Yeah.
But a bunch of them, their system wasn't working. And so it was taking off credits for a bunch of us. And during our dinner, Melissa went, Rocket was saying it, and Melissa went and checked it out, and they said, yeah, a bunch of the machines weren't set up properly. So
yeah, it seems like they're still working out some of those Y2K bugs.
That was a happening place at like 10:30 at night still. It was like people were
turned into like a full-on bar setup. Well, they have a bar right in the arcade section.
Like I've been to around here around 10:30, 11 o'clock, and the place starts to clear out. This place was the hot spot in town.
Telling you, Canadians go nuts, man. You only get like a couple months of sun, and that's about it. You gotta go ballistic when it's warm.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Hey, Miles.
Hi, Miles.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Come on, that's not a real entrance for you.
Yeah, seriously.
Hello.
Hey, I just listened to your latest episode today, actually.
Cool. I'm sorry about that.
No, it was good. Expectations, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't have had any.
Going with low expectations, you'll be pleasantly surprised.
I had some, and they were met.
Sweet. Oh, it's Cynthia and Derek.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Derek.
Hello.
It's awesome.
It's a live Thrifty Dorks. What'd you guys get?
Getting more Nightmare Bowls?
No.
We can mail you one.
Please. Please don't. I saw The Conjuring. I know what happens when that bowl gets in your house.
Derek, you didn't tell your wife that I called your daughter a he, did you?
Nope.
Okay, good.
You just did.
I know. I see you're there. Foot in.
She was so cute.
She is.
Oh my gosh, she was so a delight.
I didn't really see her getting upset at all. Like, at all, really. She was totally chill with everything.
Yeah.
That's an awesome trait.
Yeah.
That's good parenting.
Yeah. She was showing off because then when she got home, totally other story.
Turned it on.
Yeah. Maybe a bit today, right?
Today.
But not too bad. Like,
I
what do
think
you
she's
think?
sad because she doesn't get constant attention from Colleen anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And me too. Colleen came home, started telling her kid how she has to have a baby soon.
Yeah, she told me she was texting her.
Yeah, I said she can have as many babies as she wants as soon as she moves out.
There's so many people in here, nobody wants to speak.
Nope.
I think everybody's tired from the weekend. So it sounds like to me.
Well, I didn't go, so I have nothing to contribute.
Everybody's talking like this.
I didn't have a long drive like the rest of you, so.
I'm entering stuff in my spreadsheet.
I'm playing Ori in the Blind Forest.
Oh, good choice.
Oh, thanks.
I was writing a letter to Extra Life. I was trying to correct the donation.
Oh, is that what you're doing? Yeah, that was totally my fault. I just donated to the main page and not even paid attention to what I was doing.
Yeah, so
and I actually did it twice, because then the first time I didn't even put your name in, I put my name in. Because it auto-filled it. So then I donated $15 to my own cause, which is fine. But I was just like, ah. And then I went back and I put yours in. And then I did that wrong. And then realized it. And I was like, okay, never mind. I am going to sleep and I'll do this again.
Yeah, I actually saw that tweet yesterday, and that was a little odd.
Yeah. Well, they did change up the page too, so in my credit, it was a little foreign to me when I went to do it.
Yeah, but that was when it's like, he donated to his own charity. What? This doesn't seem correct. Whatever you say, internet.
So I'm looking forward to seeing some of the videos for Barry. Who else got a video out? I know Musty does, and did Eric? Did you put one up about Barry yet?
Me, I don't know if I'm going to at all.
What's that?
I don't know if I'm going to at all. I recorded some footage, but I was busy selling most of the time.
I think
we still have to put up like an impressions video or something, you know? Got to promote it.
Fraser from PPG just released a video today that was pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't finished watching it yet.
I released a video, but obviously you didn't watch mine. You must not be subbed to my channel.
Yeah,
with that little bell, it'll tell you when I put up a video.
No, I watched your video as well.
I heard
commented, and you commented back.
I heard YouTube was unsubbing people.
Yeah, it must have been.
Must have been that. Why?
Yeah, that's oops.
Yeah, they'll do that when you click the unsub button, right?
Yellow.
And let's see who else had one that I saw. Ryan Gino, Airzonk world champion.
Yep.
He had one out.
Yeah, my pickup video went up today, and then my second breakfast will be a
tribute,
trip recap kind of thing. A tribute? Is that what you said?
Tribute. Clever.
Are you gonna put like little teardrop effects and stuff, like raining and
effects?
Yeah, like sepia tone or something on your leaving footage.
Oh, that's. I mean, I mentioned this earlier, but I didn't record.
I don't know.
A couple of the things that I liked in your video today, Musty, was when you show off Buzz Lightyear, and then as soon as you move on, and Buzz Lightyear's just behind you, looking all creepy. And the second thing I really liked was the close-up you did of the truck as the side pops off. That was good. That was a good call. That was
There's a total polycol in it.
Like for one day.
Yeah, I thought that.
Well, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole video.
I tried
was
not
good,
to get a
but
huge
it was
reaction.
good.
I tried not to react too big, but
I think that's what made it pretty funny.
yeah, no, it was that was fun. That's what I did with my recovery day, was record that.
Recovering chick house.
No robot could have.
And that was a long video, and second breakfast tomorrow is going to be a long video. Just heads up.
I'm not looking forward to editing what I have.
Can somebody send me a summary of second breakfast for weekly?
I'll get you a timestamp for the stuff that I really want you to see. How about that?
You don't get to summarize your own video, Musty.
It's great.
Yeah, Musty uploaded the second breakfast this week.
It's all in the notebook.
Timestamps included. It's
And
29
moving
minutes long.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer all the questions I posted.
I answered most of them.
Really? You're going to go... And another idiotic question from Canadian Retro.
I got to sign out, guys.
Some of the things I just talked about.
See you later, Duke.
Credit the
Bye,
question.
Duke.
Yeah.
Have a good night, guys. Nice seeing everybody.
Let's see, Duke. Yeah.
You should just act like nothing's wrong and just read off his name every single time you answer the question. It's like, and the next question's from Canadian Retro, and the next question's from Canadian Retro.
It's the way that Orc Chop sends in questions to media mavens.
Yeah.
Nobody gets context. Okay.
I get it. He sends a lot of questions in.
He does.
Well, it didn't seem like a lot of people were sending in questions, so I wanted to make sure you had ample amounts to choose
No,
from.
there was a lot of traffic on that.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, if I needed to cut time, I might cut a question or two. But
don't worry, I won't be
kind of just sort of flowed. It wasn't like here's a question section. It was like I'm gonna talk about this. Oh yeah, and this question came in. So I'm gonna
Oh, okay.
Some of it may not make sense if I don't leave the question in the first place.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Did anyone listen to Bonus Barrel today?
Welcome home.
Not yet.
Off, please.
It's got a moment in it, or like a part in it, that is amazing.
Yeah,
so
it is.
good.
Stamp it?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
I do. I
Yeah.
think I do. The part where Shelby is alone with.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it
Yeah.
so much.
It was really good.
Yeah. I want to talk more about it, but it's better as a surprise.
It's skirting on that spoiler line.
Yeah. It's early, if that helps.
You have
Too busy
to.
listening to Dollar Dorks today, so learning
That's a good one.
tips and tricks.
Oh.
Dollar Dorks, where we don't talk about playing video games, right?
Yeah, just talk about cleaning them.
Video games are not meant to be played, I'm telling you, man. They're meant to be had and then sold.
Yeah.
But gain the profit.
Yes.
We played a game today.
Was it count all of our money?
No, we did that the day of. No,
It's
we just
called
beat
Get into
Journey.
Feather's head.
We just beat Journey.
Oh, nice.
You beat it?
Did you play it together at the same time?
Yeah, like we passed controller back and forth.
So technically you didn't beat it then.
Yeah. That's all that matters to me.
As long as you see
After-
the end credit.
After having played it, do you feel like you would have had a more enjoyable experience playing it separately by yourselves?
No.
No. Doesn't matter.
Nice.
I think I would have been lost without you.
Do you guys think it brought you closer together as a couple that you waited to play it together instead of one of you playing it without the other one because you're impatient and you don't really care about them?
You're not helping.
You're putting yourself on this pretty thing.
You're 100% not helping.
What are you talking about? Thanks for making me cry.
Oh, that is going to be a close-up now, sir. Hey, Fraser.
Worth it.
How's it going?
How's it going, guys?
Fraser.
Hello.
Welcome to the Hangout.
I know.
I saw your video. I like the time lapse you did of all the tables being set up.
So much time lapse. I just learned a new thing, and every video is just going to be time lapse from here on out.
It looks good with the pan.
Oh yeah, how I just did.
Because if it wasn't for that, it would look like one of my videos where it's just time lapse.
I time lapse everything now. When I make breakfast, I time lapse. It's just perfect.
You time lapse Hodge put his pants on in the morning. You said.
Oh.
Oh, showering. You said showering.
Yeah, showering.
That's
showering.
any better.
So, Derek, I gotta ask how your first vending experience, or is that an exclusive for next month?
I was gonna talk about it next month, but I don't know. It was busy. It was busy as hell, but it was good. I sold a lot of stuff, but I would have loved to sell more.
You didn't lower any of your prices for me. It was terrible.
You didn't ask.
I did. I just kept giving you the sexy eyes, and it didn't work.
I thought you just had some dust in your.
Miles hooked me up with a bro deal, so now I gotta owe him, and that's the position he wanted to put me in.
Now you'll pay the iron price.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Now everything else in life will be jacked up.
Yeah. Derek was charging an extra 15% if you had a Cartridge Club t-shirt on.
Yeah, I heard.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's like, oh, they got the money. They came out here from all over the planet, so they can afford it.
Yeah, Cartridge Club collector tax.
These suckers will pay anything.
Yeah.
They're addicted. They'll pay anything. Holy jeez. Look who that is. I didn't even notice that. We got like a full house here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Just about. And 11 people watching.
It's like people want us to talk about something.
Anybody in
I
the
guess,
chat?
maybe. People in the chat, you should, if you have things you want us to talk about, you should type it in there.
Because we're keep everything we sell at the show a secret, unless you ask.
Or are they all here to just see pickups? Of which I went and spoiled my pickups by putting out my video today, but...
Well, I assume that only like 2 of you watch my pickups video, so it'll be a surprise to everybody else.
Hooray.
I'm one of the 2.
I can go quick though. I only got a couple things.
You're picking up that beer right now.
Yeah. I'm thinking my pickups are the only ones that aren't gaming or Berry Game Exchange related, so I can go first if you want to just keep the Berry train going after. Of course, other than the one game you're just on.
Do we want to start rolling with those? Yeah, we can.
Yeah, okay, you go first then. We'll...
Yeah. I don't have control this time, must I?
I'm on it, and then I'll give you control too.
Okay, that's fine. So anyway, comic books. Since I apparently don't play video games anymore, but I'll go through these quick. I got a couple volumes of Green Arrow, Volume 5. This is the 80s series, and Volume 6. This is actually a replacement because I had to get another one from Amazon because someone stuck a security sticker in there and it shoved one of the pages up. So that's annoying, but that one's fine, so it's not a huge deal. And finished off the Scott Snyder run of Batman from the New 52 with Volume 6 and Volume 10, since those are the only ones I was missing. And they did not appear on Book Outlet, so I had to pay full price, and I just had to bite that bullet. And for newer ones, I started getting to some DC Rebirth books, and I got Batman Night of the Monster Men, which is the first crossover event between the Batman books. And I don't know if I technically lied or not when I said the Scott Snyder run was over, because I also got Volume 1 of All-Star Batman by Scott Snyder. just when you think he's done. And last one, I got the deluxe edition of Action Comics, which is pretty good. It's got the first 2 volumes in there, but it's a hardcover. So that's what I got.
Cool, cool. Did you I watched this video, what was it, yesterday, I think, on YouTube, and it was like top 10 Batman animated movies. The guy kind of like made a list, and
there are 10 of them.
Yeah, it was a pretty good, decent list. I don't know. I thought you might be interested because you'd want to see if you would agree with that or whatever.
It depends. But Mask of the Phantasm was probably number 1, and that's probably correct. Oh, not a physical thing, but I'll mention it in case anyone else wants to check it out. I also picked up the Humble Bundle that went up today of the Transformers vs. G.I. Joe comic bundle. And that thing is insane. If you like either of those franchises, look that up. Might be one of the best deals I've seen on Humble Bundle, much less the comics.
Is Humble Bundle just comics?
No, it's there's games and just different stuff. That's in the books section, obviously. But they do a bunch of good game bundles. They did Telltale recently. I got that. Bunch of stuff. There's a PlayStation sale up right now. It's not the best, but that's mostly because I have most of the games. Some 2K games like Borderlands and Spec Ops: The Line and some XCOM stuff. Anywho.
Sounds like Eric is transcribing this session here. All I can hear is the key clicks.
No, it's not me. I'm on mute.
Oh, you are?
It might be my...
It's Sean. I keep hearing him or seeing him switch camera.
Oh.
Okay, so.
I am transcribing this, though.
Oh, okay,
You
good.
can't hear me.
Yeah.
So.
Future reference.
Troy, do you want to do your pickups now?
Yeah, sure. Just because I got only like 4 things to show, so might as well. I got this from Longshot. He dropped by. I don't know if you all know Longshot or not, but he was like, when I first started YouTube, he was sort of like one of the first people I sort of met through it. And he was local to me, but then he moved down to the States. So he was up back in Canada from his from his nest down there, and brought me this. I gave him like a bunch of PC stuff. I can't remember what I gave him. And then I also got, I don't even know if I know how to say this right, Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Yeah. Or Tatsunoko.
Ultimate All-Stars. Nobody corrected me on my channel yet, but nobody watches. So.
I need to pick that up eventually.
Any French on that?
I think he picked this up down there, so. Nope.
Nice.
English only.
Nice.
You really don't like that, do you?
No, I hate those variants.
And then I got this in Barry. Super Bomberman.
Yeah.
So now I'm after the multi-tap. And I was curious, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I saw some like from Japan that were the same ones, only about a third cheaper than what people want on like eBay Canada kind of thing. And the shipping was cheaper. So I could do like 4-player with this. So I don't know if those Japanese ones actually work on North American systems or what. So
I would think so.
I think it would too. I'm not totally.
Because the controllers do.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess that would be the same.
I would think a quick Google search should tell you that.
I mean, I think anything should work on the Super Nintendo because isn't the only region locking like just those plastic bits?
Yeah, the physical plastic tabs.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like got to be like a 3D printed base like for the inside too. You could probably swap out. I mean, there is for the 64 if you search some 3D printing sites. I imagine there's got to be one for the Super Nintendo where that way you don't have to worry about cutting the tabs. You could just all you have to do is usually just take 2 screws out and put the new one in, and then it should be region free for you.
Yeah.
And then I also got this from Miles.
Bastard.
which I've already cleaned up. And now it's beautiful. No sticker residue. All clean. So it's in really nice shape. So yeah. And that was it. I was running around Barry, and for some reason I could not pull the trigger on anything, and so in the last 10 minutes I went and did all that. Those 2 games. Because I was like, I can't get nothing here. Like, I have to get something. So
You can.
I've done it before where I've actually come back with nothing except for money because I sold stuff even though I didn't have a table.
Greasy trunk.
Greasy trunk deals. I'm telling you. They keep me in business.
Okay. I want you to go next on the pickups.
I'll go next because I was completely unprepared for this. I was like, as I was listening to all of your guys' stuff, I had Ashley like secretly behind the camera grabbing everything, and I'm trying to direct her without drawing too much attention. So the only video game thing I got actually was from Miles, and it's the Walking Dead New Frontier.
Nice.
Telltale. Love the Walking Dead Telltale games, and I haven't played this one yet. So I was really, despite Catherine telling me that Miles did something with this thingy on it, I don't know, but
the season pass.
No,
Yeah.
he put his thingy on it.
He put his thingy on it. I guess it adds. It's like a collector's edition now, but I love that game.
Okay. Need to play season 2.
Oh, season 2 is really good. Season 1 is really good. They're all really good.
I have them all but that one now thanks to that Humble Bundle. So anyway, continue. Sorry.
No worries. Then we got a bunch of board games. I'll just get them ready. I got 2. I played this game once. I don't really remember it, but Ashley liked it, so we picked it up. Personally incorrect. I guess a more vulgar version of Cards Against Humanity.
More vulgar?
More vulgar?
Yeah, like you could, like the guy from that Sir Games a lot was telling us that like you customize it. You can put like your own people's names into it. Like it could be my name, Ashley's name, someone else's name, and the cards that they give kind of are like no holds bar. We haven't tried it yet, so I don't know. We're kind of Cards Against Humanity out, so it'd be nice to try something a little different. Like maybe more. I don't know. Maybe I'm just that sick and I need more vulgar things. Names. I don't remember playing this game, but my wife says she did. She said it was a lot of fun, so we picked this up. Then when I went to Com Bravo with Miles and Catherine, was it last year or the year before, Miles? Year before?
Miles.
And then it was Battle Wizards, Epic Spell Wars Battle Wizards. And this is a lot of fun because you actually get to make your spells. And there's like a beginning, a middle, and the end, and each spell part does something. So you can either gain life, deal damage, get treasures, all that stuff. And we played it last night, and it was a lot of fun. Then I'm a Funko fanatic, so I picked up Donatello, Leonardo, Raph, and Mikey. And then last but not least, I actually got a graphic novel. Cape Fear by Rob. He did our zombie portrait for our wedding. And Chris had him at the event, and I got him to sign it, and the last time I
thought in your video you were gonna show that portrait.
It's huge.
I know, but you can stand back and show it.
I might grab like the ones behind me. These are something completely different, but I mean, I might go grab it now. But it's like a big picture. It turned out really cool though. But the guy does like amazing work. Like he can take a picture that I wouldn't even think of zombifying, and he does it all like with like oil paints. So he just does it in a fresh canvas, and that's what you get. Really, really cool.
Nice.
And that's everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can go if you want.
Okay. If no one else would like to volunteer.
Yeah. So, first thing is hidden right there. The 360 stand that Ryan found.
That whole thing.
Yeah, that whole thing. I would bring it up here, but it's yay tall, and has slots for probably 20 games and space for 4 controllers and the upright 360 in the bottom, which is pretty cool.
Did you try controller on that thing yet?
Did I try putting one in it?
Yeah.
Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
No, I have not. I was useless yesterday, except for that video.
I was to say I just tried it out just to see it, and actually, like, because it's got the little hole in the spot where the groove, and it really locks into place. Like you can kind of shake it and it ain't gonna like fall out. So
that's good.
I just thought it was kind of cool. I was designed like that.
Oh, that's great. I could show the turtle box, but that may take a while. Yeah? Okay. Let me grab that.
Let me grab a beer then in that case.
Saw some skin there, Musty.
What's that?
Saw some skin there. This is turned into a peep show.
Well, wouldn't be the first time, right? A little more decent, though. Yeah, so all of these came from P1. So P1, thank you for all of this. We've got Donnie. There's this chopper deal. And then there's a couple other pieces. There's like, I think there's little wings that go back here. They're in the box. I just need to get that reassembled. What was this thing attached to? Was it like a ship on top of it? Like anybody know? It's supposed to like come down and like grab when you hit this.
I think it was part of like a blimp or something along those lines. Like it looks really familiar.
It's got little joysticks up top here. This guy. I don't know who this is. He seems like he was late run. Baxter Stockman. This thing has got a little foot on the front. I know this is super compelling. The motorcycle, there's the sidecar to this as well. This toilet and plunger little cart. One of these guys. Some of these things I didn't show in the... But the big thing is the Turtle Man.
The mini-pieced turtle van.
Yeah, so it's got that little piece on the front. The door is here. I got the door. As those of you who saw the video noticed, I'll need to get to this to not fly off the handle. But and then in here is still some like random accessories. There's these little there's this badge.
First degree ninja.
Oh yeah, a couple turtles. This mic picks up way too much noise. We got Raphael, Michelangelo, and the Michelangelo. It's got the noisemaker on the back.
I got one of those. I didn't know it made noise before.
There's like a ripcord for it, right?
Yeah, I don't have the ripcord. Probably a Beyblade thing will work.
So yeah, and then there's a couple He-Man figures in here too. I think that Skeletor's under the van now. So there's the battle damaged Skeletor, there's He-Man, and then there's Evelyn. So I had He-Man was like the one that I like the first like toy line that I remember as a kid, and then it morphed into Turtles after that.
When I saw the big Donatello there, I thought you grabbed the giant Leonardo. For a second, I thought it was Leo because there was a big Leonardo at the.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with all of that.
Who's your favorite turtle?
My favorite is Leonardo.
Lame.
No, I completely agree, man. Leo's the best.
Donnie.
Lame. Raph.
Donnie.
It's the
Raph
leader
is
thing.
the lamest.
No, he's the most badass one of the group.
Mikey is the lamest, man. No offense.
No, he's the party dude. He can't be the lamest.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. Like everyone else seems to have their merit, and Mikey just eats pizza and screws things up.
All right. Okay.
Leo's just the square of the group, man.
But I just want to say,
Go ahead.
say one thing since you mentioned He-Man. Sorry, this will be quick. There's a kind of a metal parody band called Lordi, Lordi, and they have a song called "Let's Go Slaughter He-Man," and in brackets it says, "I want to be the Beast Man in Masters of the Universe." And that's a pretty amusing song. If anyone wants to go find that. So moving on.
This came from Bill at STC. It is a messenger bag for Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. Just need to do a little repair on this. It's held together by a safety pin right now. Otherwise, I probably would have carried this around on Sunday, but I have no idea. I can't find another one of these on eBay anywhere. So if anyone knows, was this a special event release or something, that'd be awesome to find out. But
Where's Dean when we need him?
Where
I
is
Googled, couldn't find anything. Not on that exact one. There were ones that were very similar. They had the same logo but no text below it, or ones that had text only. And I couldn't find any that had the text, the logo, and the white border. It was always some other combination.
Rare bag variant.
Looks like it.
So this is something I picked up at the Value Village, and it is Buzz Lightyear, and yep, he talks, and his wings pop out.
He also has a laser arm.
And he does have a laser arm. Hold on.
That thing.
Yeah.
My
son has already slept with this in his arms, so that was the goal.
Please tell me you got the thrift scuzz off it first.
Yeah.
Good boy.
You know that, Canadian Retro.
I'm a thrift shopper, man. I know.
I actually had that as a kid, and I still have mine somewhere.
Nice. At one point, J-Rock said he was going to give me a Woody, and I
I say pardon.
It never happened. We went to Microplay, and I ended up getting both Samus Amiibo before the price hike that's coming, I'm sure, on these. Got this from Derek. About as flawless a copy of E.T. that I've ever seen. So, thank you for swapping on this, Derek. This is awesome.
No problem.
Eric and I were talking about if I get out to Portland, bringing this with, because the guy who programmed this usually is there, and trying to get it signed. At least the box. We'll get we'll get the box signed. Also from Derek is this super weird controller for the Xbox.
The other one.
I'll hold that one up too.
Super weird controller. Yeah.
Yeah. So It's got
FPS.
There's no face buttons because the face buttons are inside the handles.
Yeah, that is a controller that could have only come out on the original Xbox.
Yeah, there's no way this could get released nowadays.
Or like the Atari Jaguar.
But it has an LCD screen, and I'm sure there's some kind of programming, maybe profiles in here or something. I have yet to run it through its paces, but it's pretty cool. The other controller that I got from Derek is this one.
The Elite.
Yeah, I actually had it charging, so there it is. I got all the paddles on the back, and I put the battery that I have fits obviously, but so I got it charged up. I put the longer sticks on because it sits better for my thumbs. Like the height is good for my hand size, but I have not run it through its paces yet. But the weight on this is fantastic.
A while anyway, so
yeah, no, it'll happen. We haven't. I missed my opportunity to play Overwatch earlier because I was editing, but something else from P1 and P2. This is their map for Final Fantasy II, and it is definitely seen lots of use. But,
lightly used.
Lightly used, yeah. No, there's I don't know what kind of tape this is, but it is. I think every crease has some kind of adhesive on it. But this completes my copy. And like I said in my pickup video, if for ever any reason Final Fantasy II needs to leave my possession, this comes back to you. I promise. Let's see. I got this from Ryan. Ryan found that. The last Xbox game. I'm going to pick up the pace because there's. This came from Miles and Catherine, the Japanese Me and My Katamari.
Oh, nice.
We should go to that restaurant sometime.
Also from Miles and Catherine is Choplifter on the Sega Master System. And a Dreamcast game, Echo the Dolphin, Defender of the Future. Which means I only need Echo Jr. and I will have all the Echo games. Also from them, Friends, the one with all the trivia. And I showed this to my wife and she was giddy. So I'm excited. She's like, there's a French trivia game on the PlayStation? I said, there sure is.
Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be?
Everything else is on that system.
Was the show finished by the time that game came out?
Yeah. This came out in, or maybe. It says all 10 seasons. Yeah.
So it does, in fact, have all the trivia.
Yes. 3,000 questions and 700 clips. I swapped copies of Mini Ninjas with P1. Apparently, this is the one with the horrible motion controls.
Yep.
Speaking of horrible motion controls, Lair. And then this came from Eric, Resident Evil 5, in immaculate shape.
It's like it was never played.
Yeah. Also from P1, the collector's edition of Uncharted 3 in pretty much new in-box shape.
It's almost like it was never played.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
It's got the there's a belt buckle, and then this box, which all that's in this box is that ring. So this huge box, and just a ring on a string.
Ring.
Ring. From from the Extra Life thing last year.
Not even a chuckle.
What?
No.
Ring ring?
I said, is it just the one ring?
Yes, there's just the one ring. I already have 2 of those.
Isn't that a paradox?
A little bit. From Canadian Retro for the Extra Life last year, I got my copy of Mortal Kombat.
I forgot what was in that package. Like when I actually gave it to you, I thought it was a copy of Sonic 2.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it sat in that.
This was Creepleat's copy, if I remember right.
Is that right?
Yeah. I think he can, because I remember him showing this on one of his videos. But you also threw in Mario Kart DS, which I was actually looking for.
Nice.
So that worked out. And then Dragon Ball Z Legend of Goku 2, which I don't know anything about.
It is an RPG about Dragon Ball.
Out on the show floor, I got a copy of Soul Calibur for the Dreamcast.
Case has seen better days, though.
Yeah.
Swap that with a web browser.
Yeah, I'll have to crack the web browser open then. It's going to take all the value.
Or, any other CD from a thrift store.
The disc is in good shape, though, so... this was high on my wants list, so glad I got that. And then
it's an awesome game to be on your wants list. So
yes,
good.
And it can be on my wants list because I got a Dreamcast now. Thank you, Sean.
Also, not played.
For real?
Yeah.
Well,
sorry, I shouldn't say that. I turned it on once to try Skies of Arcadia, and then bought Skies of Arcadia on GameCube.
With it was 2 controllers, a blue and green VMU, a Rumble pack, and is this the Game Shark?
That's the Game Shark, yeah.
That's the Game Shark?
You need the CD, though.
Yeah. Does the,
okay.
There's a boot CD.
If Bill doesn't have it, it's here.
Okay.
No, remember all the pieces, Sean.
Then carts. Is that everything else so far? Yeah, the rest are all NES carts. I traded this with Creepleat. I got Monopoly. It was one. Pam had this on one of her top 100 games videos. I wanted to, and then a Super Off-Road that's got somebody's phone number on it.
Yeah, let's call it. No,
I can't decipher it well enough. ATN.
We have your off-road.
Meet
us at Lookout Point.
The rest. So the big mission that I had for myself, because I saw Vintage's Tengen video, was to complete my Tengen collection, and I only had 3 going in. So we got a bunch of Tengen games here. Yeah, Super Sprint, Roadrunner, Alien Syndrome, RBI Baseball 2, Skull and Crossbones, Fantasy Zone, RBI Baseball 1, RBI Baseball 3, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Afterburner, Gauntlet, Rolling Thunder, Vindicators, and then on these 2, they gave me a bundle price, and they I kind of wanted them to come down a little bit more, and then I noticed that they had other Tengen games with sleeves, so I said, I'll do your price if you throw in those sleeves. So I got Pac-Man with a Tengen sleeve, and Miss Pac-Man with a Tengen sleeve. then the last one was the last reasonably achievable game off of my top 100 list. So this kind of wraps up my quest as far as the NES goes, and that is Dragon Warrior 4. Here's the scar for those of you who heard the story.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So he had 2 copies. One of them was flawless label, or pretty good label. And then there was this one. They were both marked at 100, and I picked up the good one and said, "Would you do 80?" He said, "Well, I'll do 90." And then he said, "Hold on." He's like, "I'm sorry, these shouldn't have been marked at the same price. I'll do this for 60." I didn't even say a word. I was just like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Which is like 13 cents American.
I know, right? Yeah. So, and then on top of that, I had been talking with James when I was on his show at the beginning of the month, and when I told him I was looking for Dragon Warrior 4, he said he had this case, which has a chopped up manual. So he tossed this to me. So it's really cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it was very nice of him. I'm very appreciative of that. But yeah, it kind of sucks when people do that to perfectly good and now expensive boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not to crap on that pickup, obviously, because that is awesome, but there is that remake on the DS you should check out a bit.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, play that version.
Yeah.
Put that NES card on your shelf, but play that DS version.
Yeah. Cool as it is historically, you should probably play the DS one.
Let's see. I think that's...
Yeah, at least that one's really cheap.
Okay. So a half hour later, I think that's it for me. It was a very productive trip, and even with a smaller budget than Portland, I'm still super happy with what I came out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next?
Anyone else have pickups?
I can go.
Okay.
Are you still there?
I just don't know where to start here. All right. I guess I'll show some of the. I should probably build to the good stuff, right? Arrange it here. So I'll show one of the generous donations from Miles and Catherine here. They gave me Just Dance 3. So because I seem to work magic at GameStop's trading these in. So that will be part of the next.
Generous.
What's up?
Generous.
Yeah. I will be adding that to the next 6 at 60% trade. I traded for me to deal with Julian. I got him Sunset Overdrive, and he gave me his Jackbox Party Pack game. Can't wait to try this out. With friends, I like the fact that you can use your cell phone or tablet as the controller to play this game. So.
Was that the game you played over at Hodges, wasn't it?
I think so. Miles, you would have to confirm that one.
Right. It's even listening. Yeah. That game's awesome. I really enjoyed that. That was a blast.
I also got this from Miles. The Mario Galaxy soundtrack. So stuff to pop it in and take a listen, but I can't wait. I love video game soundtracks, so that's great. I also got this too. I will be giving it to my nephews because one of them likes Mario and one of them really loves Luigi. So I think they will really like this. It's a little small gift, but they like that kind of stuff. I got some stuff about one of these Extra Life packages from Canadian Retro. So I'll show the games quickly that came in there. And by the way, with buying one of these, I also had the ability to select a console. So I selected the PS2 Slim. I don't have a Slim, so this is my first Slim in the collection. But it came. Everything works. I haven't tried it out yet, right, Troy? You said everything works?
The person who gave them to me and donated it to the cause said he tested everything, so
perfect.
I'm gonna go with that. If it doesn't work, just remember it's for charity.
Yeah. Well, the controller's in mint shit, so that's a positive. So I'll be happy with that to begin with. So in the package, I got Gran Turismo. I got Golden or 007. Everything is for nothing. PS2. I got MVP 2004. Madden 2008. And I got Spyro Year of the Dragon. That's what I got. I think that's a pretty good deal, especially with the PS2. And let's move along. Here. I got let's go with this stuff here next. I got this from P1. I got Cast of Illusion and World of Illusion on the Genesis. Both are complete. Been one of these for quite a while now for my Genesis collection, so I'm glad that I had them. I really do like Cast of Illusion. I've never played World, but it always looks very similar to Cast of Illusion, so I always kind of want to pick that one up. I also got this from P1. I got the Amiibos. What's missing? Lucina and Robin. And just move along. I also got a TurboGrafx 16. So that's in a collection. I can try it out with my EverDrive. Works great yesterday. It's about the only thing I really got to play so far. But because it's pretty neat with the EverDrive. They can play almost anything. You can probably play everything on the Turbo and the PC Engine. So that's really nice. Go with a couple of games. So what I was really looking forward to at the convention, I didn't think I was going to see it, but I found a couple of these games and I bought these on the floor. One vendor actually had some important Saturn games, so I got X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Nice.
And I got this one is Vampire Hunter, which is essentially Darksiders 2. It's the Japanese Saturn version. I also picked up at the Master System guy. I also picked up Wonder Boy 3, Dragon's Trap, and it's complete. And I also got some. I bought this from Retro Pixel. I got Marvel vs. Capcom. Oh, I saw that he had it on his table as one of those games I really wanted, so I contacted him about it before the show even opened. And I got this from Miles and Catherine. I got Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Now, I'm still looking at the Saturn version, as I hear it's the superior version, but I want to see how it compares, so I'm glad I actually have this too, because I really do love this series. It's my favorite fighting game series, the Marvel Capcom fighting game series, that is. I also picked up the Punisher for the Genesis from Miles and Catherine.
Nice.
And I think that wraps it up for me. So, yeah, because I don't see anything else.
Your T-shirt?
Oh, well, I should show this off. This was the shirt I was wearing at the show. And it's a parody of the Bullet Club. It's the Cartridge Club. Will be available September 1st. So if anyone wants a Cartridge Club, Bullet Club, shirt, it will be available. Keep an eye out for it. It was the hit of the show. Everyone was asking about it, saying, "Where can I get that shirt?" So
that's because I thought it was bootleg.
Nope. Nope.
Getting Cartridge Club shirts off of Alibaba now?
No. Oh, no. Just video games from them. That's what I got to do. Just buying a whole bunch of repros from there and just setting up tables. Some for $50 a piece.
Did you see the guy doing that?
Yeah. I don't know if he sold anything.
That's good business.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing like selling a Samson at a convention with doesn't say repro on it.
He had some colored cartridges too, though. But
that's true.
And he wasn't trying to sell it at $1,500. I mean, there's that one guy had 3 copies of Samson, one at 13 and 2 at 17, right?
That's insane.
Well, it's Canadian, so imagine that, an American, that's probably like $500. So
That's too much, even for Canada.
I'll be right back.
Some people get those like sought after rare games, and it's like they just go beyond eBay even.
Mm-hmm.
And they mess up eBay for months, right? Because they're throwing off the number.
I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, that stuff's not going to sell.
The problem is sometimes it does, and that's what justifies these the price and people's.
I guess
right?
so.
Yeah. I've seen it before, where guys. There's there'll be like one or two guys who the sole purpose is to buy that said expensive game, and they don't care. They just want it right away. They don't care. They'll just throw it down the money. So they want to end it or whatever. So
I guess more money than brains.
I don't have either, so I'm screwed.
Can I do some pickups?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, first off from Hodge. We got a couple games. We got Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. This is for Catherine. And then I got this game. It's rad. It's the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Ultimate, man.
And then in the back here it says, fight like a Mayon.
Mayon.
Now you're a Mayon.
Meow.
I'll do this next. Bill hustled me, and I ended up with this in a trade. Classic Bill. I bought this sealed for $10 at the end of the show. Julian Vega, grabbed this off him. Looking forward to playing that.
Is that gonna be what's it called? Let's play?
I don't think so. This one's been done to death.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be too scared.
You're gonna want to kill it though. From the
I got this Deadhead Fred in a trade at my table. Somebody wanted some money off of a game.
Drop Dead Fred, right?
Drop Dead Fred, I wish. And this is a deal I made earlier with this guy, Brad Davidson, who runs the Northern Game Expo. And he gave games to Hodge to give to me. So I had the game, but he had the box. And he just gave me the box. It's Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
Didn't you get that from him?
I did, but I didn't have the box. And it also has a controller skin if I want to tape it to my controller. Or a Vita skin, maybe. I don't know. And I got The Last Story, another game that Catherine wanted. And he threw in Ape Escape 3. I've never played any of these Ape Escape games, so I don't know. Don't know if it's good or not. I got this game off Will Watts. Persona 4 Golden. I really enjoyed the Persona 5, so I grabbed that. And then I also got this for Cartridge Club Game of the Month coming up. Odin Sphere.
Did you win it?
Just it with money.
Oh.
Like a sucker.
Should have won it.
I should have. I didn't get a raffle ticket because I was a vendor. I had no chance.
Sorry.
All right. So then I got this from P1, Shin Megami Tensei 4. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. And after I grabbed it, I looked at it, this book here, and I was like, oh, Eric's going to be jealous. Because look at this game. Look what I have to look forward to in this game.
Spreadsheets?
Look at all these spreadsheets, Eric. Oh, buddy. You missed out big time, huh?
Okay, yeah. No. That's great.
That's great.
Speaking of Eric, they gave us a gift. Paper Mario sticker star, and much appreciated. Catherine's actually playing it right now, I think.
If I had known I was going to be so ruthlessly mocked for my level of spreadsheets, I might have reconsidered. That's teasing, of course. You're
It
welcome.
made your list, though, right? This game made the spreadsheet.
That game made the spread. Which one?
Shin Megami Tensei, the collector's edition.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have that game.
Oh, all right.
I do
Of
have it
course. What was I thinking?
because there are spreadsheets in the manual.
I think you just made one of his other lists.
I think so too. And then I got these guys.
Jelly.
Nice.
So I really enjoyed one of these.
Say, wouldn't that be great if one of those games would be a cartridge club game?
Yeah, they're great.
The Game Boy Color one. Make the Game Boy Color one the cartridge club game.
That one seems pretty fair price. I agree. That one easy. Multiple people can get play that game.
Sure.
I mean the digital games are like $5 each. So
yeah.
There's at www.cartridgeclub.org. There's a form where you can suggest games you would like to see someday picked as a game of the month.
Is that going to be around September 1st?
Yes.
Oh.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's all gonna transfer.
Yay!
Nice pick up smiles.
Hey, Sean. Thanks, buddy.
You you made the show for me. Little known fact, Miles and I shared a flirtatious afternoon at the arena.
Oh,
hey,
I
Sean.
every one of them.
Filled with winks. There it is.
Every single one of them.
And then later at the buffet too. Every time we were walking
That's right.
by the meats, we'd look at each other and go, "Oh, buddy."
Yeah, I think my
Those
favorite
third
my favorite moment was when I said, "Hey, Miles, what do you put on your plate?" And you were like, "I don't know, it's random meat."
Yeah, that actually happened. That was.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just meats.
Yeah.
I was just happy there
Meats
was
by Dre.
a slushy.
Yikes.
I started playing Nier Automata today. And that lack of save in the beginning almost made me rage quit. Almost made me rage quit right off the bat. But I stuck through it and I got to the save and I like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Lack of save at the beginning. Just that opening part with the shoot 'em up part?
Yeah, okay. Well, we're not here to judge people.
Well,
yeah, we are.
Is it that same boss that's in the demo? Because if so, I understand.
Listen, we can all say things that would make other people feel bad. We don't have to. We don't have to do that.
When you want to feel better about yourself, Miles, when I played through it, I put it on easy and then turned on the auto chips. So I basically just have to walk towards the enemies and she kills them herself.
Oh, you can do that? That's an option.
Yep. Yeah, in some cases, you don't even have to walk towards them. She runs there on her own.
In the future, the games play themselves.
Yeah. So basically, it's like watching a movie.
with the sexy. Yep, it's a sexy robot movie.
Sounds like games have been playing themselves for a long time.
I could do pickups, but you have to come with me into the basement.
Okay, fine. I'll get up off the couch.
We're almost there.
Oh man,
dark.
Yeah, I'm getting creeped out already.
Here's my first pickup. His name's David.
Yeah.
Here's my door. So I got this from Bill.
Nice.
It's promotional
Cool.
material for Splatoon and ARMS, but it'll go good with my Smash Bros. 1, which is
Nice.
there.
I didn't know that he was a dumpster diver.
No, he made that. And then I got
and drew it.
yeah, and then I got the Hyrule Warriors version of this. It's like a wall, another promotional material that would hang from the ceiling. So that goes with my Majora's Mask one.
Is this muted or not?
No, I can
it's
hear
not.
you.
Can you hear me?
It is muted.
Yep.
Okay. Never mind. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. I got Diddy Kong. Oh, hold on, you probably can't see him good there. Just 1 second.
No, stop!
Yeah.
No.
Yes, do it.
You waited all this time to do that in front of me.
Take it out and play with it.
What the hell did I come back to?
I want the glare off the camera to ruin it.
Is Dean on the chat having a heart attack?
So I got
Somebody check on Dean.
I got Diddy Kong.
And I went all, I went all that way. I went all that way to make sure that that box wasn't bent by the time I got to you too.
But what's really cool about these ones, I didn't know this.
You just take a box and rip it apart.
Package.
Oh man,
is that his?
If anybody watches this, they're gonna thumbs down this on YouTube.
His sword is blue.
Don't worry, no one watches it, so that's not a concern.
Yeah.
Wait a second. What about me?
So anyway, those two, and the Majora's Mask one, which I'm waiting for. I now have every North American released amiibo except for the Animal Crossing series. Oh, and Gold Mega Man. I need Gold Mega Man, and that's it. Majora's Mask is on his way. I have a problem. I got a 6-button Genesis controller from Derek.
Nice.
Cutting open his amiibos was awesome. Colleen bought these mugs, so this is kind of a surprise for me. Apparently, I have a Nintendo mug. I didn't see these.
So bad.
We almost had a new 7-month-old. Couldn't get her across the border. Colleen, she bought this one. It says, couples who game together stay together. I think all the couples on this call can attest to that. And this one, we saw at Bill's house, and I wanted it, and Bill said I couldn't have it because I guess his kids had bought it for him or something. So she bought me a Zelda one.
So you stole it from Bill?
Yeah, not in a box.
He said I couldn't have it, so I stole it.
Yeah.
Replace it with a less valuable one.
Yeah. And then can you tell who's on the call, Musty, or who's watching the show, Musty?
No.
Only if they comment, right?
Participants. Yes, I can see.
All right. You can?
Yes.
Is my brother watching?
No, he's not. Will he watch this tomorrow? Okay. Or will he watch the entire Hangout at another time?
No. He doesn't even watch in the Q-Dog house.
What?
So
spoilers.
He just apologizes for it, right?
Yeah, that's right. So he doesn't know this yet, and he won't see this, but we got him a Mega Man 2, and everybody signed it. So I'm going to give that to him on the air tomorrow for weekly, and he's going to cry, and it's going to be awesome.
And the video will be up in 3 weeks.
No. Oh, actually, no, I've been pretty good about making the videos come out right on time, FitNat.
Okay. Yeah, and this is about you.
I've been trying to. So I got Castlevania, from Rocket Sauce. So that means I now have a lot of them. I think I'm missing, weird ones. But I have a lot of them. It made me happy. I like Castlevania. I got Shining in the Darkness from Musty. That completes my Shining collection on the Genesis. I got Shining Force, which aren't related. But I got Fire Emblem Mystery of the Emblem reproduction card from James as a gift. James is fantastic. I got the definitive version of Mini Ninjas from Musty, which I will play through probably before I beat the next Cartridge Club game.
So before you get distracted, is that Fire Emblem then is that what you call it? English dub then too, or
I haven't put it in. I assume it's an English dub of the first Fire Emblem, but I haven't put it in yet.
Okay.
Eric gave me Shining Force 3, which immediately afterwards I found out how dusty it was in the arena. It was a nice gift. And then, because he knows I want it, and so he went to a lot of trouble to hook me up with the guy that makes them. So I got in touch with the guy that makes them, but his printer's busted. and he's got like a back order of 8 months before you can order anything. So I'm in this wait list, and he was like, well, I'm going to see him at Cowlitz. Anyway, it was really nice, and I really appreciate it. I got We Love Katamari. Joe and I went shopping together before the show started, and I said I wanted this game, and I said I would pay $20 for it. And Joe found a couple of games that were $25 each. So we said, he said, why don't we see if we can get a bundle deal from the guy? And I said, all right, sure. So Joe put the 3 games in front of the guy as I was reaching for my wallet, and he was like, $70 you got here for these 3. Would you take maybe $60 for all of them? And the guy opened with, well, the show hasn't started yet, and I feel like my games are priced pretty fairly. To which I said, he's right, and I handed him a 20. Okay, sorry. Okay. And then I just got yelled at. I have to go to bed. And then Joe stopped shopping with me. Sunset Overdrive from Ryan. And then Dean gave me Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn for the Wii, which is the last Fire Emblem game I needed. I now have all the Fire Emblem games. And that made me realize how dusty it was in the arena. It was a very dusty arena.
It was. The whole city, that whole greater Toronto area was really dusty, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty dusty. They need to do something about that for next year.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll clean up a bit for you.
Thanks. I really do have to go to bed. I did get yelled at. I'll see you guys later.
Night.
Bye.
Yeah.
Derek, you ready?
Me?
Yes, sir.
I have almost no pickups at all, so I wasn't going to bother grabbing them.
Almost. Doesn't mean none.
I almost had no pickups either, but I showed them.
I didn't need enough games, and I showed my pickups.
Mine's all upstairs in bins still. I have to bring everything down and sort it.
Do it all from memory.
I can do it all from memory.
Where's your spreadsheet?
Yeah, I can do it from spreadsheet too, but it's way over there at the computer. I got the ET that we traded. Yay. Downgrade for me. But I picked up 2 Dreamcast controllers for $10 each near the end of the show. It was pretty much the only time I walked around at the show. He had them for 15 each. I offered 10 each, and he said sure. Then I realized I already have 3 Dreamcast controllers, not 2, so now I have a spare. But I also picked up WCW Backstage Assault for N64 from James while we were there, because it's like I think the only wrestling game I don't have for N64, which was an awesome wrestling console. And then I picked up in a trade from somebody Forza Horizon 1. When I was at my booth, he offered to trade that, so I said sure. That's it. Plus a lot of cash.
Miles and Catherine.
I told you that.
Oh yeah, Miles and Catherine. What's that, Fraser? You're quiet.
I told you that money is mine.
Yeah, you said I owed you for something.
One of these.
Yeah. And we also got a bunch of Skylanders and Disney Infinity from Miles and Catherine. For nothing. Because they're awesome.
Yes, they are. I agree.
They
Story checks out.
all of those Skylanders and stuff was in that bag that kid had that I ripped him off outside of EB Games. So let's calm down with how awesome Miles is.
Oh yeah, I
Awesome
remember
to
that
me,
story.
that's all that matters.
Oh, poor kid.
No crying.
No, he's crying over spilled Skylanders.
Right. Does it get dusty in GameStops?
I haven't experienced any of that.
Give me a Skylanders, kid.
Yeah.
Give me a Sky. But these are my Skylanders.
I think it was the Wii U games you robbed from him were the problem. The Skylanders. That's it. Everybody's so quiet.
Stupid Skylanders.
You can show off your thrifting shirts.
I think we all just got so used to talking to each other, not through a camera and microphone. That,
You're now all communicating telepathically. That's why no one's actually moving their mouths on these hangouts.
We're reacclimating to
The internet.
normal,
Yeah.
I guess normal conversation, right?
Yeah.
I'm just so tired.
There's that too.
This was a better day to do it on, at least though, for the hangouts.
Oh yeah,
I was pretty pooped.
No, I think I went to bed the earliest that I have gone in at least a year, if not longer. Yesterday.
Yeah, when I told you guys we were home, I was hoping there would be no response from you. I was like, oh, I hope they got to bed early because we were super late.
Late enough to stop at T-Bell on the way in?
Oh, yeah, always. And it's funny because a lot of times when we go home, because we always go home for Christmas too, to Chicago, and a lot of times we come back on New Year's Eve and they close early. And everything closes early and there's like nothing to eat. And we're like starving when we come home.
So did you get the beefy potato Rito?
We did.
What'd you
And
think?
I didn't know there was a chipotle sauce in it, and it was super hot.
Really? I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it's like super spicy. I ate it. I still ate it.
For a wimp, it made it super
Yeah,
spicy.
I'm a total spice wimp. So I'll get it. I'll probably get it again, but just without the sauce, because I don't like the sour cream in the regular beefy potato burrito. You know, the bigger one.
Yeah, I didn't even know it in the commercial. I thought it was just nacho cheese, potatoes, and beef. At least that's what I thought was advertised. But
I know. Well, because I looked it up online, and you know how it says like you can customize it, and it showed what was included, and it had this chipotle sauce.
Mhm.
So
I believe it because it can be a little spicy, but
yeah.
I mean, I've heard, but for me, I'm like, for me, it's good. But I've known someone say, "Oh, that was kind of spicy." I'm like, "Nah, I don't think so." But
Oh, bye, Derek.
bye, Derek.
Bye, Cynthia.
Bye.
Night.
So it was good though, right?
It was good, yeah. And
Derek,
we got
what'd
the
you think?
box.
Yeah, it was.
You know. So we got 2 tacos too.
Yeah, it was great. Taco Bell at midnight after a 4-hour flight is awesome.
Guess what? It's also good on Thursday at 1:00 in the afternoon. On
No, I'm
lunch
sure.
break.
No, I like it. I'm gonna get one of those again. I'm not a spice wimp.
No, you're
I don't
not.
know, man.
I'm not a spice hero either, but it was fun.
I haven't eaten Taco Bell in like a year.
Guess what,
I'm
Yoshi?
sorry, man.
Yeah, guess what, Yoshi? It's amazing.
It's
I haven't
so
eaten it
good.
in 20 hours.
Didn't you know that they added a full vegan menu at Taco Bell?
I think so.
I don't think I've
Like
eaten
the
Taco
fresco
Bell like
menu?
ever. Even
So I've been told. I don't
Yeah.
really care anymore.
I haven't eaten there since they remastered the original Star Wars movies with the added features. And the reason why I know that is I've never eaten at a Taco Bell because I've always thought it was revolting and disgusting. And so I went in purely to get a Stormtrooper cup. And I ordered cheese, like with fries thing or whatever. It wasn't even like a taco.
With fries thing. What?
Yeah, I don't even know what it was. It was
doing?
like not like a poutine. It was like
I think you're thinking of like Burger King or something.
no, it was Taco Bell. I'm pretty sure because I'm like I would never eat here, except for I want this cup. And now I don't even know where the damn cup is. But
Oh no.
that was like 1990, whatever that was, like 90.
97.
There you go.
Of course I know.
And that's the only time I've ever eaten there.
Yeah, I've never eaten there, not because there's no Taco Bell here, but because I don't care.
Yeah.
I think I probably wouldn't have eaten fast food as much as a kid if they didn't do the toys. I probably would not have cared.
Yep. For me, it's like if I want tacos, I'll go to a Mexican place and get tacos.
I'm asking Moz right now if he's serious.
Okay.
I know that's seriously.
I, on the other
Just like
hand,
that.
Get some actual tacos.
I'd rather go to Taco
And
Bell
then they
than a
bring out a
Mexican
giant
restaurant.
plate of tacos, and I go, "This is like 2 or 3 meals."
Taco John's.
I'll take it all. Man, we had some really good Mexican tacos when we were in Chicago. We
We
had
did?
Taco Bell at home. Yeah. Some place my dad knew of.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, remember?
Yes.
It was pretty good.
Now, what are we asking Miles about? This thing about Portland?
That hashtag thing.
Yeah,
That
hashtag.
I just
in the-
messaged him now, and
in the
he's
chat.
responding. He's
Okay.
responding.
Tell him he can't leave us hanging like that.
He leaves us. He leaves me hanging all the time. It's terrible.
I must have missed.
Now, I'm
it.
just sitting here, like looking, waiting at my phone.
So wait, he leaves and then starts making conversation.
He said he like, left a comment and then left, and he said, "Cliffhanger. We have to see if I can book it off work." Tell them nothing. Oh, okay. Well, I should have read that last part first. It's like, tell them nothing. Sorry, Miles.
We won't tell him he told us.
Great. I'm the best friend anyone could ever ask for. Right?
So it's basically in stone that he's coming to Portland. Right?
He did write it down.
He actually has it's tattooed right here in his collarbone.
I'll be there. That's what I thought.
Eric, did you ask for those days off?
For Portland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if I've asked. I put it on my calendar that I have the days off.
Okay.
No, I'll talk to my boss about it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I did today.
Just tell him the marvelous Eric Quinn needs these days off, and he'll be okay with it.
Yeah, I think that'll work. I'll tell him to bend to the knee.
That's right. Hashtag bend the knee.
Bend the knee, yes.
Somebody getting nasty in the chat or something? Not even looking.
No.
Oh.
Not nasty.
What, sensual?
Why you want to join in?
Well, then I want to start reading the chat. That's the thing.
I don't think I do. Okay.
So I'll just stop and look at the chat now.
But I mean, look at his picture.
I know. If this was Joe, it would have happened already.
All right. Now.
What's the topic of discussion?
Discussion.
Well, I saw. I'm sorry. I guess I'll go back. I wanted to mention before I watched both Canadian Retros and Musty's BGE videos. Good job, guys, getting those up real quick.
Very good.
That was impressive.
It's the only way I can get views. I want to be out there quick.
In PPG, you've done one. Is that correct? You've got a video out?
Yeah, I just released it today.
Yeah, we'll watch that a little bit later. But I always love watching the videos right after the event, and it's nice when they come out so quickly. We'll work on one. I've got an idea for one we'll put together.
Yeah, when you
Is it original?
Original? No, it's probably something other people have done. Okay.
You guys are just waiting for me to pull the trigger, aren't you?
Well, everyone seems pretty tired, and
Well, no. Yoshi said he had some pickups. I kind of want to see what Yoshi's pickups were.
I don't know.
I mean,
It's not video game related.
I should
As long as
Like
it
some
isn't-
weird electronic stuff.
It's no, it's not math, is it? By chance?
It's math homework.
He picked up a math equation.
What?
All right, let's see it.
I got some math textbooks.
Picked up a schematic for a ray gun.
Text.
Oh, a new car?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the old one died.
Mm-hmm.
Again. And now you can't put it into gear. So. What?
So,
I don't know.
so I see keys.
Hmm?
So I see keys, but where's the car? Why don't you drive it in?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Yoshi, you got a new car?
Yeah.
Cool. That's exciting.
So what kind of weird sort of modifications are you going to do to it?
Ooh, he could do like those, exhibit shows where they put like a PS2 or an Xbox in the back seats,
None, because I got a Honda Civic, and it's one that hasn't been, like, modified to hell.
It
doesn't have one of those fart mufflers on it. It doesn't, like,
Fart
hasn't been lowered, hasn't had, like, all the crazy stuff people around here like to do to those, so don't do it.
I kind of want to know what this fart muffler is.
I know. I kind of want to put that on my car now. Just driving around with a fart muffler.
Oh, be awesome. No, dude. Like, that's how you get pulled over around here.
For driving around making farty noises?
Like, it sounds like shit. Or is really loud.
Oh.
Oh, I was going to say, because I drive around with a bunch of farty noises and I don't get pulled over at all.
My windows are down for that reason, too.
The melon shooter mufflers? Yeah, I don't like those.
Was Yoshi drinking a beer? What's going on here?
What?
Yoshi drinking a beer?
Maybe.
Yeah, Yoshi. What kind of beer are you drinking there? Circle jerk.
Circus Boy.
Sorry.
I don't know. I went there to the giant Pegasus thing and just stood there and stared at it for a while. Like, I don't know what any of these are anymore.
Okay.
I had no idea which ones to get, so I just kind of picked a bunch of random ones.
It's okay.
And just to play it safe, I'm going to delete this. The thing that you all use to get in here.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Freezer.
So long.
We'll see ya.
So long, PPG.
Yep.
Thanks for coming.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're being pretty polite with that guy in the chat, but
well, I mean, he wasn't being lewd or anything, but it's leave us, just stop.
Yeah, it's clearly he was trying
no, I don't know you. You don't know any of us. I looked at your channel, and there is nothing on your channel that makes me think that you and I have any common interests.
Yeah, it's we've been down this road before. We can tell when someone's just trying to screw with us.
Right. So one of the things that I've started doing, there's the cameraman mode on this, makes it so that I have to enable you once you join.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
So I'll see that there's a person there, but the mic and the camera won't work until I say yep. So
yeah. The only thing is I couldn't click on anyone's video when they were in that mode to make sure it was a person we knew. Because if you go to the control bar, will it show you the person's name?
No, I don't think so until I accept it. Yeah.
Okay, that's odd. That's just a little annoying.
It's they're in they're in an airlock for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that why I couldn't join for a while?
Yeah.
Did you not know it was me?
Yeah.
Musty.
It's because I was afraid of what you were going to put on the screen.
Did you think it was someone else?
No, I didn't. It just
you were still afraid of what I was going to put on the screen.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I was the one that actually let you in. I just kind of had to look for a second to make sure it was you.
Yeah, thanks. I was like, I couldn't. I'm like, why the hell isn't my mic working? Why is the camera so dark?
Yeah, it's a precaution.
All right.
Did you delete both your tweets, the Hangouts and the YouTube?
I mean, if he's banned from chatting now, so whatever.
Yeah. Oh, you can do that too?
That's what I think that's what it did.
If you look back through, you can see it's like message deleted for everything he said.
Oh, I thought you were doing that one at a time.
One fell swoop.
Oh yeah, everything's coming up. Everything Melissa says is actually from.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
I know. I'm sorry.
It was funny because for a while, like one of you would get up and then the other one would sit down until you couldn't be in the call at the same time.
Yeah, because we were fighting with the kids that are giving us the trouble.
Yeah.
Like you spend 20 hours in the car with somebody and all of a sudden you get confused as to which one's which.
I'm the one who said no in the chat. Melissa would not be that direct.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, no. Okay. Back to the topic at hand. I had a blast at Berry. Would definitely do it again. The one thing that came up was, a day after to kind of see the city or to just kind of like there was so much going on Sunday.
Yeah.
It was just kind of a whirlwind, and it was like, okay, it's all of a sudden it's 5 o'clock, and we're okay, all of a sudden it's 8 o'clock, and we're people are trying to get out the door super early on Monday.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think do you feel like it's the same thing with PRGE? I mean, you guys come in Thursday. You came in Thursday last time, right? And then you left Monday morning.
But
it's hard. It's just hard to take off the extra time, right?
Yeah, I suppose it is. And really beyond Sunday, I guess it depends on what you would do with that extra day. With Portland, at least we got there Thursday, and so we had the day before, and then Friday really isn't a true full convention day.
Yeah.
So it was kind of the appetizer for the whole thing.
Right. That's true. Yeah, you were there. I mean, because when we got there Friday, it was already like bedtime. It was like 10 o'clock with the time change and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So basically, we didn't have Friday. If we had gotten there Friday morning, which wouldn't have happened, but we had had all day. If we had had all day Friday, then maybe that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything about how we did it,
Right,
but
right.
I think if we were going to plan it out for another one, if the time would allow, but then I'd be taking basically all the way through Wednesday off if I wanted that day after the travel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, and this time around too, we might have even had more time too, but we had to do Eric's high school reunion 2 weeks before, so we had already taken 2 weeks vacation, and we're cutting it close as it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this time around it just didn't work out for any extra time around it.
Yeah.
I think we kind of got our name out there a little bit. I mean, not big time, but I'm just saying it because I know a few people at least were, like they saw my shirt and they're like, yeah, I saw a bunch of the, other people wearing Cartridge Club shirts and kind of asking, just the vendors were just asking. I wasn't even like, hey, you should join. I was just wearing my shirt, and a couple of vendors were just kind of just like talking about like, yeah, I saw them around here. What's that all about and everything. So, I think the name kind of got out there, so hopefully some good came out from all this giant turnout. I think we kind of stood out there, and made people take notice.
You pretty much had to take notice. There's like 30 people wearing Cartridge Club shirts. If you didn't notice, you're really, really not paying attention at that point.
Yeah. Like another Cartridge Club member that totally missed me at the Vancouver Expo despite me wearing a Cartridge Club shirt.
That's crazy right there.
Steven wasn't at that one. Anyway, I'm not gonna.
We don't need to out him.
On the same token, when you're
no,
walking,
ran him out. I wanna shame him.
It was funny. Neither of us knew we were going to the thing, and we just missed each other.
Yeah. Shame.
Fine. And but that reminded me of the shirt thing that I actually did at the expo back in like April or whenever it was. Tell somebody about the club because it just came up because I was picking up Donkey Kong on Game Boy, and someone commented they liked that game, and it was the game of the month coming out, so I just mentioned it for the portable. And the guy actually wanted to know about the club, so I said you should write the site name down or something. He didn't have anything to write it down on, and I didn't have like any business cards or anything, so he ended up taking a picture of my shirt.
Nice.
So you remember, so if that guy's watching, I haven't seen him around, but
maybe he know you.
Oh boy.
In people's defense, so if you're walking around a swap meet, I walk right up to people's tables I know, and they're like standing on the other side of the table. I don't even look up to see what it is. I'm just like staring right at the games. And then I actually look up and I'm like, oh, hey. Kind of thing. It happens like just about every single show. So I guess you could not notice people's shirts or whatever, and it would be perfectly normal.
I think we walked past each other at a panel. But I didn't know what he looked like. And he didn't know what I looked like, and he didn't see my shirt, so whoops. Well, that's just one of those things that happens.
Mm-hmm. Well, and Hodge got the word out during the giveaway, and
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like a big cheer.
Yeah.
Donated by the Cartridge Club. Hurrah!
No, we kind of made him start clapping, and then of course people were like, "Oh, there's clapping going on. I gotta start clapping."
Just spreading the clap all over the arena.
Like, oh yes, good charity, yes. We're not a charity.
The thing that
that's the scam right there. We gotta make people think this is charity.
I went to that wedding last weekend, not like the weekend prior, and that was the first time I mentioned this on Second Breakfast, but it was the first time I introduced that I had a YouTube channel, like pretty close to right out of the gate, and the thing is, like, when I told them, I'm like, oh, it's like a book club. We have a game of the month and all that stuff. And I think they may have misinterpreted that as thinking it's a book of like a book of the month club, as in you get sent it. Because when he left, he said, if I have any questions about my order, I'll let you know. I was like, wait,
communication.
Like, I must have failed you. I'm sorry.
Did you explain to him it's more of a community now, where it's?
I think I need to lead with that a little bit more. I need to just take P1's intro and just
memorize it.
Yeah.
I need to put these on some sort of card and allow people to order them so they can give them out.
Right. Yeah. Well, I have some now, but
throw them in the package for
cartridge cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that what you need?
This is what I was referring to. Yes, Yoshi.
throw them around your campus, Yoshi. We'll get you some.
Can we order cards?
But I wonder about that. If people hear like join the Cartridge Club and think that it's a something like that instead of
like a mail order, then
right, or like a loot crate type thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yoshi's Game Boy camera isn't working out too well there.
I didn't catch any of that, Yoshi.
using the
I have a feeling that,
television voice module to connect. B-17 bomber.
That's okay. I need to go anyway. I gotta go hang an upside down aerial tomorrow morning.
Do you see it hang outside an airport?
No, aerial yoga.
Boring.
With these like silks that hang from the ceiling.
Aerial yoga?
And you do cool stuff like hang upside down from them.
You're in some freaky stuff, man.
What? What?
Tell us more.
Yes. That was your moment to speak.
You want to know
there.
more about aerial yoga?
I've never heard of this. I've heard of hot
fuck.
yoga. That's about it.
Dude, fuck hot yoga. I don't want anything to do with hot yoga.
It's much more appropriate to get wrapped in silk upside down.
Dude, I'd rather have really difficult yoga classes where the teacher asks you to do a bunch of crazy stuff than like sit through hot yoga in 110-degree heat and like pass out halfway through the class. If that. Yeah.
Teachers should never be asking you to do freaky stuff, Yoshi. If you see something, say something.
It's okay to say no.
I didn't say freaky stuff. I just said like harder. I meant like more difficult.
Harder.
Oh no,
Harder. You know.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Redefining hot
Freaky
yoga.
stuff, hot yoga, hard stuff.
This isn't even the Hangout after hours either. Looking at who's going to town on this.
Maybe we can invite our friend back in.
No.
Silky upside down dog.
But just this aerial yoga is like yoga, but you do it with like the support of a hanging hammock. So you got a hammock hanging from the ceiling, and you're like do yoga with it.
Are there ever
That's not yoga, that's napping outside.
Actually, it's yoga upside down with like straight up, and you're like a kind of V stuff. That's yoga.
The cutting out of parts of this conversation is making these descriptions all the more helpful. It's like Mad Libs, but with yoga.
Yeah, I think that's a sign that I should probably go. Because I have a feeling like I keep cutting out. Oh well.
Eh? Yes, you do. But I did hear that part.
You didn't tell us what kind of car you got.
Oh,
You said it's got an aftermarket muffler on it.
No.
No?
No fart muffler.
Why not? What about rims? Has it got rims and a body kit?
No.
You got undercarriage lights?
Right.
No.
Any NOS?
You
Any
got
extra
NOS?
NOS?
You got NOS? Flux capacitor? Doc would never use a Civic.
What? Whoa. So we're not using DeLoreans now. We're taking Honda Civics.
That's right.
Putting flux capacitors in them. And then getting them up to like 88 miles per hour.
I know it takes a while. If you don't have NOS. This controller thing is so friggin' cool. This one.
Which one?
This one.
The pistol grip one?
The elite one.
Oh, the elite one. It just feels right. Uh-oh.
I mean, this is the part Derek's going to watch because he's not on here.
I guess so.
Did you ever get your computer fixed, Musty?
Nope. I need to go find a serial port.
And there goes the Yoshi.
Yeah, I need to go find a
PS2 port.
PS2 port keyboard so I can see if I can get past that spot. And I need to I just need to take time and pull that.
Take time.
I totally forgot about it, to be brutally honest.
Man.
Like, this was a conversation we had. Oh, yeah, it was on Friday. My wife got home from work yesterday, and she looked at me. She's like, "You look like you're just walking.
You look
dead."
shit.
Yeah. You look
like pure human shit.
Thanks, honey.
Which of the original turtles are you missing again?
I have 2 Mikeys and a Raph, so I need. And I guess I have the big Donatello, but I don't have any Leos. And he's my guy.
I know I've got a few Turtles figures and maybe like 1 or 2 He-Man figures. I should find those and see if anyone cares, because I don't.
Splendor. Splendor. I think he had wings too, right?
Yeah, there's a spot for him on the back there.
I think it's a He-Man figure, but I have one that's kind of like a bee type character. He's got like the bee design. I have no idea what the hell it is.
There were a bunch of other He-Man. So these were in the boxes that P1 was bringing, and there were a ton of He-Man figures, but like a lot of them I didn't recognize, or like. So that's why I grabbed a He-Man. I grabbed one of the Skeletors, and there were, I think, 2 others, and that Evil Lyn. But the rest of them, I was just like, no. There was the guy with the faces that you could like, many faces. Is that his name? You could turn his head.
It wasn't Erecto.
There was that guy too, because. Yeah, there's Ram Man and.
Ooh, yes, I know Ram Man.
Have Ram Man and erecto dysfunction.
Did you take Evelyn?
I did.
Okay.
I did. When you hear people go like, "Oh, that's Bill," and Bill said in the comments that was kind of the gem of the box. It's like,
Evelyn.
Yeah.
I don't even know what this one is.
It was in good shape, and so. I mean, J-Rock got a Technodrome out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Are you sure that flying thing isn't the He-Man toy?
Which one?
It's a Turtles toy.
What, this?
The one you can't identify. Hang on, I'm not looking because I'm looking up the toy.
This?
That thing. No. The one with the legs, the spider legs. The grabber one.
Oh, it has a foot logo on it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't know what it is?
No, I feel like it was attached to the bottom of some foot vehicle, but I... Whoa!
Is that why you have this window up, Eric?
What window?
This Turtles toys window.
Yeah, I was trying to identify it, but then I'm like, maybe it's a He-Man toy because I can't find any pictures of that thing.
Yeah.
I'll keep looking. You think it went to another toy?
I mean, if it did, it looks like it would make sense. There's a TMNTpedia.
Oh, good idea.
Air vehicles. Maybe this won't be as difficult as I.
Just install CamFine on your phone and take a picture of it.
I could do that. But no, I mean the.
Wow, that was a big sigh, Melissa.
Oh shoot!
Tell us how you really feel.
Taking a page out of Sean's book of not muting.
Honestly, it wasn't a. It was just a sigh.
Yeah,
of
Sean's
the day.
big book of things to say while not muted.
Yeah. Do they have a thing for vehicles or
Could have
toys?
been
I don't
better
see
than
it.
the
Yeah,
F
there's
word.
a foot vehicles section of turtlepedia.wikia.com.
There is? Okay, I'm trying to find it from the main page. Oh, here, browse.
Here, just hold it up. Let me see it.
Hold on.
See if I
may
can
have
do this.
found something that looks like it. Does that look pretty close? That's a comic picture. It's got the hands.
Yeah.
It's called the Knucklehead.
So a knucklehead.
Spider-like
Never
robot.
heard of it.
So I will look up that.
Oh yeah, you can see pictures of it now.
There it is.
Yeah.
There's something else hanging from it, but there we go. That's it. Yep. Has some kind of extra claw or extra like winch off the back.
I see like a YouTube video for it.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
supposed to be
it's
a foot soldier sitting on it. So, yeah. Okay. It actually is its own complete thing.
How did you find the toy section of Turtlepedia? All it says is TV series, films, comic, and video games.
I looked up. What did I look up?
I can't believe it's not linked from the main page.
Some
There's a
wikis are
vehicles-
terrible.
there's a
in terms of
vehicles
actually
section?
linking their pages.
I went to vehicle.
No, I don't. Where is that? I have characters, comics, TV series, films, video games, and people.
So I Googled foot vehicle turtles, and the first two links both go to that section.
All right, let me see. All right, fine. I don't know how the internet works.
Gotta do some Googling.
Well, that's the annoying part, right? Google can find the page better than their own site can find it.
Yeah, as I said,
What-
some wikis are just awful with linking their pages.
What did you search for, Musty?
Foot vehicle turtles.
Foot vehicle turtles. Wow. TMNTpedia. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so either of those first two options. The first one will get you there more specifically. The second one is the overall vehicles, but then you can get to foot vehicles from that one if you're into that kind of thing.
Knucklehead is a spider-like robot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious how to get to this page from the main page. All right. Well, there's a search. Okay, I give up.
Yeah. But no, I
Cool,
need to
so
do
you found it,
research. Like, I
Knucklehead.
should look up who this guy is. I don't know who this is.
Oh.
I'm only familiar.
Oh, he's from Dimension X.
I would figure as much.
Rhinoceros. Triceratops, man.
He's in the Manhattan Project game.
He's missing a tail.
He's on the cover.
He's on the cover of Manhattan Project?
Yeah.
Here, hold him up again.
He's just going to take...
I'm going to see if I can do this. Hold it up and say something.
Saying something. Did you get it?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. See if we can do it. I'm like taking that off the screen. So
Tricinaton. I guess that's his name.
Tricinatron?
No Tron at the end. Ton. Tricinaton.
Okay.
Alien race.
yeah, that didn't
Triceratops.
work. It came up with yellow and blue white plastic toy.
Accurate?
It's Triceraton.
Triceraton.
Triceraton. There's no, yeah, it's only one N in it.
Mozart.
They're
What's
an
his
alien race who resemble anthropomorphic Triceratops.
Interesting. Yeah, so we watched Toy Story last night, and he loved it, and then he...
No, that's his toy.
Oh, it was always going to be his toy, but I didn't want to not show it, since it was the first thing I picked up.
Give it back.
Right.
Cool.
I think he may have already pulled the helmet off, because when I got to it this morning, when I brought it down here, the helmet wouldn't close all the way. So I think he may have pulled it off, and I think my wife may have put it on backwards.
Oh,
I fixed it.
Good job.
Yeah.
So he hasn't seen the Toy Story movies yet?
He hadn't. We saw the first one last night.
Right. And you've seen them, though?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All of them.
You need to make him wait like 12 years between 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's like, when are you going to drop the just childhood-crushing third film on him?
I don't know. In due time. I read an article today that was like when it was on StarWars.com about when the right time is to show your kids Star Wars. And their answer wasn't immediately.
I saw one was 7, so 7.
But then, like, some were saying that like they're introducing their kids with Force Awakens because it's got quicker cuts. It actually kind of hold their attention a little bit better for a younger child.
Yeah, sort of.
My son's always enjoyed Star Wars for as long as I can remember him being cognizant, pretty much.
Yeah. I saw Star Wars for the first time when I was 7, I think, because I started with the special editions.
Okay. I really want to show him New Hope, but one of the things that they were saying is that there's sections of that movie where they're just talking, and that may, in today's world of attention spans that are, that are kind of short.
So then teach your child to have a better attention span.
I know.
Don't cater to that.
Yeah.
That is a bad master plan.
Yeah, one method you could try in terms of just kind of spacing it out so that it's not just all the slower paced films in a row is you could show them 1 and 2 and then do the prequels and then do 3.
You mean 4 and 5 and then 1 and 2?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and then 6.
That's the machete method, is what they're calling it.
I knew there was a name for it, but I didn't know what it was.
I don't know why it's called the machete method. I have no
Why
idea.
that order?
So you
get the reveal at the end of Empire, and then you see Darth Vader's backstory, and then you get the redemption in Jedi.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
One of the things that the article was saying was that Rebels is a good
place to start.
Either a place to start to kind of hit some of the similar story points without, ruining the main movies, but to get them interested because they're catered for a slightly younger audience.
Yeah, also Rebels is just legitimately good. Like, it's not just a kid's show. There are things in that show that have given me theories for episode 8. Like,
really? Okay.
The weird thing about the cartoons is I wouldn't show your kid Clone Wars first, for one, just because, one, they kind of allude to what happens in the movies in places, and they get dark later.
Gotcha.
Like, there's one scene where even I was like, oh, okay, that just happened. Where someone just does a backflip and decapitates like 5 people in one shot. It's like, oh, that just happened. That's not something I was expecting. It's in later seasons, but it does get darker. But the thing that's interesting about the cartoons, actually there are 2 episodes of Clone Wars that you could screen for viewing that don't involve the rest of the show. Is there's 2 droid episodes with R2 and C-3PO.
Mm-hmm.
The first one's Nomad Droids, and there's another one. They're just standalone droid adventures, and they're really goofy and fun. So they're completely out of context of everything else. You don't have to watch anything. And but yeah, the cartoons, they tackle like different aspects of the Force way more than like the main movies do. Like, they'll dig into like different possible interpretations and stuff. It's actually quite interesting. Of course, in Clone Wars, there's up moments and down moments. They were figuring stuff out, but Rebels is pretty good. Another option that does not involve a whole lot of continuity confusion is, or potential, is there's a Lego cartoon out actually called The Freemaker Adventures. And it's like new stories, but like it's got its own original cast, and it's like kind of out of continuity, and it's just fun stuff. So you could try that too.
Self-Destructo says the Christmas special.
Oh god. Lumpy's canon again. I'm actually not kidding.
That is anti-continuity.
Yeah, but legitimately, Chewbacca's wife and kid are canon. Which I'm fine with. But I'm just glad they don't call the kid Lumpy anymore. They call him Waru, which makes much more sense because his full name is Lumpawaru. And I only know this because I read the book in which they canonized that. And I'm like, is that the friggin' kid from the Christmas special? And I had to look it up.
So they had to go back and
yeah,
make excuses for it.
I don't mind. It's an interesting story element they could use, as long as they don't make the holiday special canon. That's physically impossible, but it's still one of those things. I still think it would be funny if they do hopefully eventually release the theatrical cuts on Blu-ray, if they included the holiday special as an extra. Like just in the special features, they had the holiday special in there.
Or make it an Easter egg that you actually have to like unlock.
Yeah, you just have to find it somehow.
Those are
what a treat once you unlocked it.
Oh, it's gloriously terrible. It's funny.
You're like, burn it.
I don't want to keep rambling about Star Wars, but I do want to say one thing. Something that I think is a missed opportunity, I'll do it quickly, is they've done the Legends line of books. Like after they got rid of the old expanded universe and they brought in new stories, they labeled all the older stuff with Legends on the bottom, just to distinguish it. I don't understand why they have not done a Legends line of DVDs and Blu-rays of like the old cartoons and stuff that aren't canon anymore, like Ewoks and droids. That just seems like money left on the table. Anyway,
I should keep an eye out for those on DVD. Or would they have ever come out on DVD?
I don't think so. They're definitely on VHS. I have a few of them. I can look it up. 1 second. Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
It's not the URL, but it is a thing. Droids. It's probably not going to take me to the cartoon, is it? Nope.
They take you to phone stuff?
Nope. I was already on the Star Wars wiki. It just took me to a generic page about droids in general.
Randomly happened to be on the Star Wars wiki?
No, there's this thing called a keyboard. I can type things in it pretty quickly.
So this is Etienne.
DVD releases.
Spell that name. Owlette?
What?
I'm looking at the name and phone number on this copy of Super Offer.
Okay. An edited compilation DVD with the title Star Wars Animated Adventures Droids was released in 2004, contained 8 episodes of the series, edited together as 2 full-length movies. So there's weird ways that you can get it. But there's also this thing called the internet. It's not like they're selling it anyway.
But if there wasn't... I don't want to get into that conversation.
If they ever actually release it, delete the backups. That's your solution.
Wait. Yeah, so Barry, 10 out of 10 would go.
Listen, for this hangout, never ask me a Star Wars question.
That's going to be hard to top. I don't know. Like, I got a couple of conventions coming up. They're probably going to be boring.
That's the thing is, I hope this doesn't sour people on everything else.
Like it might. It's like, oh, it's okay. It was all right. It wasn't Barry though.
You know, I could see it doing is, you know, when there are smaller gatherings, like those who've now had that feeling, you know, will still want to have that kind of connection. I don't know. I'm being all weird and kumbaya about it, I think. But
yeah.
You know, there's something great about how the weekend just sort of felt. And so it's like in future ones, it's like, let's try and, you know, make sure that we do socialize with the people who we're there with, right? Like at Too Many Games, Yoshi and Jason and Duke and those guys all went out to dinner, and they, you know, I don't know how organized that was or how well they planned for it, but they, you know, they made it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably in that case. It's probably more like we're all going to this thing. I want to go get food.
Right.
It wasn't exactly a large gathering.
Yeah.
Well, it's, you know, sharing what you have in common. Video games, and then suddenly the human need to eat.
Yeah.
And it brings people together.
Yeah. Do you like video games? Do you also like food?
It's food. Have you heard of this thing? This thing, food?
Everybody collects food.
Coffee? Do you like coffee? We should go get some coffee.
I can make a joke about a purge, but I think I'll leave that there.
I have to make some decisions about what I want to collect next for NES. Because I'm only 2 away from the subset.
That was the funny thing about Barry. I started running around looking for stuff for you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. It was fun. It was fun.
I was having a blast doing it. I was having more fun than looking for stuff for myself.
Because it was just easier. Like, you pick the one thing that stands out against this wall of gray.
Yeah.
And just say, let me just see what those are. Like, hey, okay, this one I don't have. Is this a good price? Would you take half of this price for it? Sure. Okay. Awesome. Thanks. You know, that I've got to think there's a ton of people who don't give, you know, 2 blinks of an eye about those games, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know,
I know Brad said if you wanted Pac-Mania, let him know.
He messaged, or he tweeted at me. I need to message him back.
I was checking out some gameplay type thing of it after you were saying it was on your list or whatever when I got home, and I'm like, that looks like a fun game.
Which one, Pac-Mania?
What's the other one you needed besides Pac-Mania?
Shinobi.
Okay.
You're making a deal with Brad for Pac-Mania?
Uh-oh.
I need Pac-Mania.
Well, if I do that, then I can get out of your way.
That's true. Oh, no, I was going to tell you before. This is the year of Sega. Now, what are you doing? You're killing me here. You're collecting for Nintendo? It's a betrayal, I tell you.
That Ultimate Genesis collection, it killed it.
Oh, yeah. You got Dreamcast, though, now.
I got a Dreamcast now.
That is a big deal. There's tons of good stuff to collect for that. So get your 10 gens out of the way.
Of course, you can just get that Ultimate Dreamcast collection. Oh, wait.
No, there's no.
That one with like 3 games on it, and one of them's bass fishing.
Oh, yeah, that was horrible.
Get Seaman.
Isolate.
Isolate.
That's a very challenging system, at least in my parts, to collect for. You cannot find Dreamcast stuff just lying around.
No, but I
swear to God, everyone.
I always see the convention. I always see them at conventions. That's the thing, is I don't really see them at stores too much.
Yeah.
And I don't see them ever at Goodwill unless it's like 2K. You know.
Yeah,
it's the sports game.
But I mean, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to a convention to collect for an entire like a system. Like,
well, that's what most
be
people do at these conventions, though,
everything.
Troy. That's what most of the reason people go to these conventions is because
you got to find those things you can't normally find. Yeah, I've found rare stuff in Dreamcast games out there, though.
I've found Dreamcast games once in a thrift store. They were Sonic Adventure and Soul Calibur. Neither of them had the disc in them, and they wouldn't let me have the cases. That was
That's a theft
experience.
thing, though, as I found out.
Yeah, I know. I got it. It's like, nah.
Soul Calibur.
Have you tried it
pop
yet?
that in yet? Yeah. Jinx.
I haven't had a chance to plug it in yet.
Plug it in.
I did the pickup video, and then I started putting things away, and then I was like, "Oh, crap! I need to have everything to show off for tonight." And then I had to undo the sorting that I had done. Now I need to redo that.
Yeah, it's funny. Actually, if anyone looks at my comic shelf behind me, you'll notice like a bunch of gaps. That's from my pickups because I had already put them away.
Yeah.
And I had to take all this crap out.
If you're seeing the chat, Self-Destruct is asking for cheap but fun Saturn recommendations.
Saturn cheap.
Virtual Fighter 2. Daytona USA.
Daytona, yeah.
A pack of blank CDs.
An action replay and a pack of blank CDs. You can play anything, man.
Yeah. For all your backups, for all the games you already have, of course.
Oh, yes. I mean, move to Japan. Everything's cheap there, according to Rambox, for those Saturn games.
Or get the thing that allows you to play Japanese Saturn games.
Yeah, the action
Those are cheap.
Yeah. Or what's it called? Virtua Cop?
Do you have the like that?
Yeah. I don't.
Rocket, did you try out your turbo?
Yes, that's the only thing I played yesterday was my turbo because I was just going through the library.
Okay, so it works, and then you've got the EverDrive thing.
Yeah, I can put it back if you
works.
want to see in the distance.
No, it's all right.
Did you try it yet?
I hooked it up through the HD Retrovision cables through that box, and it was great.
Wow, that is cool. All right, so Musty, we're gonna find you some Saturn games. You said
we could look at Saturn games. What I kind of want to do is almost take the P1 approach and have because if I had to go with the budget of maybe I should just say to myself, if I had to go with a budget of $100, what is it that I would want? All right, start there. Because I'd rather be there than not be there, but I may mean that I don't have, a ton of buying power, which is also fine, especially if there's going to be, there's going to be more people there who, then there's more justification to, go hang out in the arcade or go play, the stuff hooked up for LAN or actually go to some panels.
That's my ultimate goal this year is actually see some panels. Basically, you can take some time off the floor this year. I'm talking about myself. I take some time off the floor, go see some shows that you actually planned it on, or at least we're looking at doing last year.
Yeah,
and just
it's get more all of a sudden. Last year it was the doors opened at 9, and then all of a sudden it was 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it just flew. And granted, I was. Jared wants to pop in.
Yeah, sorry about that lack of link, Jared. We had some pesky business in the chat before.
Yeah, it's just a preemptive safety measure.
Yeah. I feel like we're not going to be going for much longer anyway.
I'm getting a bit tired myself.
Yeah.
Oh, Jared and I always do the after hours.
Yeah. The hangouts after dark.
When the cameras go off.
Yeah, dim the lights. Talk about the darker side of the Cartridge Club.
Hey now. The X-rated side.
Yeah.
Xbox.
I completely forgot that I had this game in my collection. I can't believe it.
Which one?
Which game?
Well, you guys are talking about Saturn, so I was looking over at this like section of my game shelf that has like no place because I don't have a huge collection of stuff. It's just like long box PS1 games and Sega CD games, and I looked there and then I had a copy of Lunar the Silver Star loose.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And I was like, I don't even remember that. Somebody must have given that to me, and I'm like, I'm such a dink, I didn't even remember who gave it to me. I was just looking through it thinking I might have had a Saturn game there. I don't even think I have any. Then I spotted that. I'm like, wow, is that even listed in my collection? It better be.
Saturn version of it?
No, it's a Sega CD.
Okay, that makes more sense.
No, I was looking through it because I thought I had some like loose disc Saturn games or something. And I was curious.
I wish they'd put that PSP remake of that out somewhere else, so it's easier to acquire. 'Cause it's a really good version of that game.
The which version, sorry?
The PSP version of Lunar Silver Star.
Mm-hmm.
Like they redid all the art. They did hand drawn artwork for all the environments and character sprites and everything. And it's got the PS1 cinematics and all that. It's just a really gorgeous version of it.
Hmm.
I got my amiibo.
Yeah. Yeah, those are probably gonna jack up in price big time.
Yeah. Well, and considering their Canadian price,
yeah, it's even.
You know, it was they would have been a good price for me to pay in US. So.
Get a lot of additional deals from that conversion rate.
I will let Second Breakfast talk about that.
Okay.
I think in some cases that's so a yes, but then in other cases probably not so much as far as like higher end stuff.
Yeah, probably not.
For instance, those little Samsons and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about it. You're paying more. You really are at that point.
It's like there's a mental block to it, right? You know, I wouldn't want to pay $100 for Dragon Warrior 4, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
But based on the conversion rate, it's $100 in Canada is $80 or so in the US. You know, it's not far off of what it really is. Yeah, it's.
But then at the same time, it's not really a deal if it's market price.
True.
So, yeah, that's the thing I think some of these people are missing when they price things at their tables. And I don't think Barry was brutal for it or anything, but in some cases, some vendors really were.
Yeah. Oh, it's Mrs. Q.
Hey, Jared.
Hello.
How's it going?
But Q-Dog got better looking. I'm going to steal my audio. Oh, there he is. We got both.
That's okay. He's better looking.
Audio for a bit. I'm in the van. It's really loud.
Yeah,
Jared,
working.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just coming in to listen.
Was in the last 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, we're probably going to cut the feed in a few minutes, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. This map is crazy. Sorry, I just wanted to bring up this. I don't know what they did to this map.
It's just been opened and closed so many times that it falls apart.
I know. I was worried like when you were opening. I'm like, is it gonna rip more? Like I felt like it was like dangling.
It's like it's dangling from tape.
Oh.
So it's already gone.
Yeah, like all of the pieces have tape holding it together.
Are you going to put it back together, or are you just gonna let it sit like that?
I mean, I don't know. I suppose I could try and take the tape off and re-tape it. Oh, there's one panel missing.
Oh no.
It's okay.
That's the part you need.
That's
the secret to everything. Oh man. Yeah, it's missing that one. There's mount ordeals and
I wonder if it's
stupidest name for a location.
Is that like an extra map? I mean, or do they still have? I wonder if it's still in the sleeve with the game or something, or in the box with the game.
That could be. Oh, it's fine. I would never sell it. Like that's
No, I know.
And I made that. I said that in the video. I will every time I bring up this map, I will say it. You know, this. If I was ever in a spot where I had to let go of that game, like,
yeah,
that's not part of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you have to go to sell it, it'll probably disintegrate.
Right.
Partially as a troll, I posted a link to the DS version of Dragon Quest IV in the group chat.
No, I'm really happy with this, and I mean it wraps up my, because let's be real here. I'm not going for a complete collection of NES, and so there's not a necessity for me to have either of those games. If I can, for $40 get the other two repro'd at least.
It worked for me.
Yeah, and if this guy does good work, then
you can, like I said, well, the way he works is so you just select the amount of games you want to buy. So you select 2 games, and then there's a message box when you check out. And in the message box, you put the name of the titles. I put the name, the number, and the color shell because he asked what color shells you in the box, and every time it's worked that way because there's a number by each game too. So I did like whatever number 92. I wrote the name, the number, and the shell. So I recommend doing that. And that's how you get your games. So.
What the heck's going on? I can hear Twitter notifications coming through the Hangouts and on my phone.
It's probably me. Sorry, I muted.
No, I was getting it too. It's in Google.
Yeah, it's the Hangouts app.
Oh, okay.
I still have no idea how that app works.
I know.
How much is this Dragon Quest for? Yep, that's certainly less than I paid.
Yeah, it's a really good version of the game. It's nothing to take away your pickup with the NES version, but it's so good.
Nothing will take away my pickup.
I need to get back to that. I got into I guess I'm halfway through. I got into the main quest where everyone's coming together.
How much does that version go for?
The DS version?
Yeah.
It's just on Amazon, it's $23 on the US site. I don't remember what it is on
Was it only that one that was remade, or is it the whole thing?
No, it's not on DS for 1, 2, and 3. Those got released on everything. They were released on Game Boy. They were released on Super Nintendo, Super Famicom. But So there are alternate ways to play those 3. But the DS ones that were remade really well are 4, 5, and 6. And then they remade 7 on 3DS. And they ported 8 over with some improvements from PS2 over to 3DS. I mean, like, worse graphics and sound quality, but you get the ability, like, you get like a couple extra characters in 8 to play as, and you can see the enemies on the world map, which is something they added in 7, which is really good. I actually started playing 4 about 20, 30 hours into 7 on 3DS, and I was like, in the time it could take me to actually finish 7, I could play the entirety of 4.
I was going to open this up so I can show you guys the condition on it. It's insane.
Jeez, we're getting more here than we got in your video.
What's that?
I said we're getting more because when you opened up that collector's edition or whatever in your video, you didn't even do that. Minty mint. That one didn't come from a landfill.
Nope.
Yeah, those silver labels are hard to keep in good shape.
And then the manual, among other things, yeah, this manual is like, it's got a manual.
Where did he get that at? Did he?
I don't know. It's got this.
What is that?
Tips on getting ET home fast.
Is it like really like a hint guide?
It's like a strategy guide.
Wow, I've never seen much better if you actually have the manual and everything for it.
Then there's a an ad for Raiders of the Lost Ark, which I got last year at Portland. And then the Atari catalog.
So are you all sad now because you're like all split up again?
Am I sad that we're not all together? Yes.
Yeah.
But we will find a way to make it happen again. Hopefully sooner than later.
When's Chicago? And what is Chicago? Well, I just keep...
Chicago's a city in Illinois.
Chicago 2018, but no information.
Really nice. I think you'd like it.
What are you, a travel agent now?
I heard they have good pizza.
Yeah, that's worth the $2,100 flight for a pizza.
Ask Bill about
it is.
Even the pizza that you guys got on Monday night was great.
That's my favorite thin crust. Like, I don't know what it is. Like I like the thin crust at other places, but man, that something about that pizza.
Yeah, we wiped out that pizza.
The sauce is really good on that pizza.
Yeah.
Like I said, we know. I wasn't hungry, and then I was like, well, all right, I'll try it real quick. And also, I was like, all right, now I can't stop because I wasn't hungry. I was ready for a 2-hour trip home, and now I'm hungry. So
give me 4 more pieces.
I'll just take the half of the pizza.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Well, and seriously, that like I'll just keep eating it. Like I can't stop eating it.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened to me.
It was. It is like that,
But Jared, Chicago is something that Diego and Trav from Polykill started talking about as kind of a. I don't know if they're looking at doing it as like an actual convention, like very Game Exchange style convention. I feel like that's a huge undertaking, and for having nobody in the city to coordinate things, I think might be challenging. I'm not saying that they're not capable of it. I think the other thought was just to do something that's more like, we rent out a hotel with a convention room, and people can bring their stuff to trade, and but for the most part, it's It's a social gathering of club members. I think that's what the intention is.
I'd go just for that.
Yeah, you know,
That'd be enough. Don't need a game convention for an excuse.
No, you're right, but you know, treat it almost like a hey, we're all going to go to Chicago together on vacation.
Does that mean I get to go and see a Chicago Bulls game and go see Michael Jordan play?
I think you'll plan, right?
There are no time machines unless you can get one built by then. But then again, if you can build one at any point, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You are going to work on that, right?
That's the.
Maybe his TV over there is just a little behind the times.
He just needs those crystals, like in Napoleon Dynamite, right? Just those crystals.
Why am I still being presented?
Oh shit! Sorry.
You guys have been staring at me this whole time. I've been like looking at my feet.
I completely spaced. I presented you for the ET cart.
No front end.
Wah wah.
Just looking at your hair, Musty.
It's epic.
Your what was it? In the Q-Dog house made me laugh. That was pretty funny. Everyone was just chiming in, ruining it for you. It was great.
It was good. It was great. I was telling Eric that it was like a family reunion, you know?
Yeah. Was everyone on the Terps then?
What was that? I'm sorry?
Was everyone on the Terps? On the beers?
Oh. No, not too much.
Oh, let's look like a couple on the. I don't know. It looked like Ryan was getting a bit rowdy out there.
No, I was good. We just at that time we were just got at Bill, so I don't think anyone was really blitzed.
Yeah, we were all
Yeah, it's pretty early.
pretty calm at that point. You should have seen it later.
Oh no.
Yeah. Bill's house after dark.
Oh, did you guys get rowdy after I left?
Well, that's
Actually-
a secret. You would have to be there to know.
Oh god.
Well, I bought a business today.
You bought a business?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Pick up a pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Company I was working for, so.
Tops Yoshi's car.
Well, congratulations.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, I don't know if it's commiserations or congratulations. I don't know. I mean, definitely means I can go to America a lot more and stuff, but I'll be also working 10 times more.
More money.
Yeah, I can build a big film studio and stuff and make it all good. But, you know, I was dead inside. This is my new yard right here.
I'll put it on present so I can see this here.
Van. There's a van. There's a van. There's 2 trailers.
Where's the hills for the Hobbit?
No, not all of New Zealand is like that. You know, it does have normal houses and stuff.
Not from what I've seen.
I don't believe you.
Look,
I've only
in the
seen,
future, it's sunny as well.
Where's Mordor?
Yeah, where's the Eye of Sauron?
It's that way, over there. There's the Eye of Mordor, that big white tower over there.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, I'm going off audio. I'm ruining your conversation. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Congrats again.
Yeah, congrats, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hopefully,
We'll see how. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's
Very
been 15
exciting.
years in the making, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyone done the pickups already, or did I miss everything? Probably missed it.
Oh yeah, you missed it all.
Yeah.
A lot
It's
of
like
pickups today.
it's like
too.
1:45 here.
Was there anything spectacular?
Yes. We got all these turtles things. We got a turtle van from P1. He seems unenthused or frozen.
Frozen.
He blew his mind so much it froze his camera.
Oh.
So he left his Google Hangout open for 2 weeks.
That's what he said.
Oh,
how do you leave something open on your phone that long? I wouldn't even. I'm like closing stuff constantly.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is what happens, but my mom actually has an iPhone now. Like, it was like a hand-me-down one, an older model, but it's funny because I'll like just go to make sure she doesn't have anything open, and she'll have like 30 things open because she doesn't know how to close apps.
Oh.
There's the times where you click on something but you didn't mean to, and you quickly jump out of it, but you don't quit.
Close it. Yeah, but it's just funny to open this up, and I'll just read through all the things to her just to. It's like, you left all this open. Just a bugger.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think when we start talking about my mom leaving apps open on her phone, we're done.
Yeah, we should wrap.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I will go ahead and cut the broadcast. Troy, if you want to talk to Jared's frozen icon.
Yeah, probably. I'll stick on for a little bit.
Okay. Cool.